We are live. Finally, look at my boy Country. We are live. We
Don't
got
look at
two
me.
no-shows tonight. I actually got a notification for my own show. Interesting. I've never signed up for a notification, so that's fine. So I got
What do you
two
mean?
no-shows tonight. Huh?
What do you mean? What do you mean two no shows?
Well, we got 18 Wheels. He's going to be late, and Brian Jess was going to try and come on. He just texted me and said he's going to be an hour because he's got to get something to eat before he comes on. So it is what it is, man. We'll work with
That's
what we got.
that's why I parked when I well no, it's not why I parked when I parked. I got parked at right at 6:30. I'm here at the White's truck stop in Rafine, Virginia.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Rafine. Yeah, it's that big Petro.
Yeah, I've been there
I
before.
ended
I
up
love
I
that
ended,
place.
it's a nice place. I was 40 miles from it. It's like okay, let me just go ahead and go there. And I came here because I had in mind because they have a Nathan's, of course. You got a Subway, you got a Popeyes, and they got a Papa John's.
What's
Um,
up, Bull of the Woods? There's my
I
boy
chose
Techno.
I chose Popeyes because I ain't had Popeyes in a while.
Techno said, "Good morning, Diva." LOL. I don't know about morning. Diva,
Maybe for him.
definitely.
Maybe for
Yeah,
him. I don't know.
maybe. So. Techno's got some shit going on. I'll let him announce it on here if he wants to. He's got some things he's working on the side with. Good evening, John Huntley. We already got 8 people in here, man. So the notifications must be going out. I'm starting to figure this crap out, man.
Well, there you go. Well, I mean, hell, I have all my notice turned off. I got my notice turned on for like 3 channels, and that's it.
Oh, mine ain't one of them.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, I only do that for people that I want to watch on a regular, and you don't
I,
upload, so
I, well, let me.
anytime you do something, I'm here with you, pretty much.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. And you definitely don't have 18 wheels. I can tell you that because he never puts out shit. He put out his
No, I
first
don't.
video in 6 months.
Yeah, I'm not, yeah, and I subscribed to him just the other day, just to watch it. I ain't gonna subscribe to nobody putting no content out.
OTR Vic, good evening, fellas. And John Huntley said he got a 30-minute notification and then one when the live starts. Good deal.
All right, took that bell, damn it. So how's
I
your week
put it.
going there, brother?
Um, the jury's out, dude. To be honest with you, I really don't know what to think about all this.
Okay.
I don't want to go into a whole lot of details about what I got moving and shaking, but um, I mean, I had the first 2 weeks. I really had 2 great weeks. This week, um, I think is going to be all right. It's not going to be a humdinger week by any means, but it'll be okay. The week, I mean, I've got two loads planned out. See, the problem is with the spot market. Not only is the spot market crap right now to where the pay isn't all that great, but you get loads. Like I got a load tomorrow that I'm picking up that I had to deadhead to. Well, honestly, I was out of hours, so I still got 201 miles to go to get to this load, which is a deadhead, and it delivers Sunday morning at 8 o'clock. Pays really well. Everything's good on it. But you know just as well as I do, getting a load over the weekend is really hard to do, especially in the spot market. In dry van, a lot of things don't, unless it's drop and hook or something like that. A lot of these places aren't open, especially the smaller places. So the problem
Hmm.
that I'm having is when that load drops off Sunday morning, well, guess what? I don't have anything until Monday. So, and I got a load for Monday into Tuesday, pays $1,100, and it's only like 200, maybe 300 miles, pays well, but that limits me because then I'll be till Tuesday. Our payroll cutoff is on Friday. So I only got, rest of Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and possibly a little bit of Friday to make any money. But the problem is I'm going home on Wednesday. So that doesn't help much either. So
Mm.
Zach says, here we go with the job hopping recruiting specialist. I hear you, Zach. I hear you. That's why I'm the diva. Absolutely, buddy. Job hopping recruiting specialist. I love that. I might have to use that. Zach, you're an asshole. How about that, buddy?
How about I want to make you? I want to
Yeah,
make you. Want me to go? How to make you a logo with that, right?
yeah. Hey, Brian, turn your phone sideways, buddy. This is Brian that's coming on.
I don't know what's going on here, man.
There you are.
I'm not a TV guy, man. I'm not Dr. Phil.
Actually, it's
That's
job.
right, Dr. Phil.
It's actually he said job hoping. So you're hoping to have a job. If you want to talk shit, learn how to spell it.
Well, that's true, I guess. So Techno says that he called Scott. He said he would let me know yes or no Monday. Good deal. So he's trying to go to SRO Logistics with you, Brian. That's James Harris.
Oh yeah, I talked to Scott today. He said he talked to him.
Yep. So he's going to let him know yes or no Monday. Good deal. I know he's looking pretty hard. So how was your week there, Big Country?
Oh well, my our weeks are Tuesday to or Wednesday to Tuesday. I guess Tuesday to Tuesday basically. And I'm on my third load. I started my week on Wednesday morning, and I'm on my third load now. So I need midweek. I'm doing numbers look really well. I just need to have the first half is good. I just need the second half to be just as strong. So it'd be all good. But I was just looking before I came in here that, like you mentioned a minute ago, it's hard to find loads on weekends, and I can find a couple ones on Sunday, but I don't want to wait a half a day tomorrow after I drop this thing off. I'm trying to find something to follow up for tomorrow in Columbus area. Gotcha. There's a lot of loads. There's a lot of loads today. There's a lot of loads Monday. A handful of loads on Sunday, but and there's like one that come up for tomorrow, but it's just before my time and it ain't really worth grabbing. So yeah, maybe one of those ones that don't get picked up today because there's a lot of good ones showing out there today. Maybe one of those will be added to tomorrow, or I'll call about it tomorrow. So hey, this wasn't picked up yesterday. Are they open weekends? Can I go get it now? You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens.
Right. My wife says hello to me. I know she says hello to you guys too, but
nope. Don't put words in her text. She said hi, BB. Hi, baby. She said hi, baby. I'm not baby. This guy's not baby. Well, as far as I know, anyway. Y'all could be really close. I don't know.
Hey, shoot, who knows, man? You might be baby. So I'm going back reading Zach's comments. Here we go with the job hopping recruiting specialist.
Don't worry about that. It's job hoping.
It just fucking cracks me up, man. Absolutely. He's got 5 or 4 subscribers, so he's a very popular YouTuber.
Who cares? You're doing exactly what he wants. You're giving him attention. Shut up. Leave it alone.
That's right, man. Well, I'm trying to boost the channel up, man. That's what helps the channel with all the negativity.
Well, I mean, maybe he's hoping for new subscribers, like you're hoping to hop jobs.
Even though it bothers me, I looked it up. The negativity actually is twice better or double times better for you to get negative activity than it is to get, positive activity. Did you know that through YouTube?
Well,
people
it's
want not.
It doesn't. Well, you can't look at it the way you just said it because that's really not factual.
Well,
but yeah,
you tell me.
But well, I'm not. No, shut the fuck up with that crap, Mr. Job Hopper.
Job Hopper.
Yeah, Job Hopper.
Hopper.
No. Yeah, you're right. Drama on social media attracts attention. But the thing about negativity and all that is like that's why they stop. You notice they don't show you dislikes no more. They stopped that shit about 5 years. They stopped about 5. They don't show you how many dislikes or thumbs downs you have on your video no more. Yeah. They stopped that about 5 years ago because everybody's getting butthurt. And they stopped sending you emails saying when someone unsubscribed from you. They stopped all this crap because the world is a bunch of social media is a bunch of fucking weak ass pussies. Oh, here is your channel. My bad. Sorry. They're a bunch of babies. So anyway, they stopped showing the thumbs down number, but it's always been, no matter whether it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down, the algorithm still grabs it. It shows activity, and that's the biggest thing. So even a negative comment, a positive comment, they don't look at it where the negative versus positive. They just look at it because it's an interaction. So if you can get somebody in here fighting with a couple people fighting in the chats, that just helps the shit. You hear me?
I hear you. So how was your week, Brian? Oh, and by the way, Brian, I looked on Lone Mountain's website. They got more of the red trucks like yours on there right now.
They must have got some more of them in then.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got
At least they
yeah,
appear
yeah.
to be the same ones. Does your truck have leather seats?
I do not have leather seats.
No. Okay.
I have like all the leather trim and all that wood grain looking stuff and the leather door panels and all that, but the seats are not leather. They're not.
You got T6.
They're not like the super low line seats either. They're like the mid grade cloth that they do.
Do they look like a tweed kind of?
Yeah, and they have like they're kind of woven, I guess. They're
Yeah.
kind of like a velour feel on the sides and the armrest. Yeah. Then it's got like a heavier weave type stuff on
That's the exact same seat that my Kenworth had at Swift, man. I love those seats. That was the best seats in any truck. I see your button tuck on your top bunk up there. There's a lot of button tuck in there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the door panels, all the back, everything.
Yeah. That's a Kenworth thing.
Well, you got Kenworth. I was thinking about looking at your closet. That looks like a T680 to me. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
But when you started talking about button up, I'm like, yeah, that's more like mostly Peterbilts, right? I mean, they usually had the button up sleeves.
Button tuck is what it's called. Where it's button.
Mattress. Oh, y'all, you mean the back panel? Gotcha.
Yeah. And
I thought that was a match.
Everything else.
Okay.
It's got like the double stitching all through it.
Yeah. That looks like a mattress to me there up top. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, right. In the picture, it probably does.
Okay. But yeah, I was looking at. I got an email the other day from Lone Mountain. Oh, not an email. I saw an ad pop up. It says, "Look at our brand new inventory." Because I was looking at it like a week before. Everything there's a fucking PACCAR except for the internationals. But
yep,
everything's a PACCAR. I'm like, fuck. Why you gotta ruin it? Why you gotta ruin it?
Most of the fleets order the PACCARs because they're cheaper and they don't keep the trucks after 400 or 500,000.
Well, I know why. I know why they're there. I'm just saying, I won't get a PACCAR.
He's got a PACCAR. I mean, there's a PACCAR starting to grow on me a little bit.
This son of a gun will outpull that Cascadia I had 10 ways to Sunday. This
It's not a problem. It's not a problem of performance. It's a problem. It's like Volvo. You can only go to it. No, not everybody will work on them. You know. It's just one of those pain in the asses. I think that you have to go to a dealer, unless you know somebody, man. I guess.
I don't know, man. I'm considering buying one of them PACCARs, man.
I've got a guy. I've got a guy locally in Melbourne that has the PACCAR software.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna start using him once I got a few things that I just want to start checking off the list because, probably things that were never done, such as overhead and transmission fluid, gear oil, all that kind of little ticky tack stuff that I don't want to do.
Right.
I'm gonna use him. I'm gonna use him on some stuff that any diesel mechanic should be able to do, and kind of get to know him and see if I can't use him a little more frequently for the stuff instead of taking it to KW.
Well, the good thing is if you can find somebody like that knows what they're doing on that particular engine, and they're good, just a good person and just decent rates, and then great. But also Lone Mountain does have that extended warranty, which saved the Zeke dog $50,000. So I mean, if the right situation, the PACCAR overall probably wouldn't be a bad thing. But for me, I don't know anybody like that. I haven't even got a home yet. I'm still living in my truck, and once I figure out where home is, then maybe I can build those relationships, right? But
right, for sure.
But for me right now, I just don't think PACCAR's in the cards at all for those reasons. If something happens, I don't want to be in the middle of nowhere. I have to be towed 500 damn miles just to get to the nearest damn dealership to do some work.
Speaking of Zeke Dog, I'd like to get him on this channel. I think he's got a colorful commentary on his videos, man. So, how was your week, Brian? I never heard, man. We were kind of went off sidetrack there a little bit.
What's today?
Today is Friday.
Today's Friday. Well, I've only run one load this week because I was home. I got home. Last week was good. Last week was real good. I didn't. I think I ran about 2,700 miles. I grossed 6,200, I believe, for the week. So let Scott get his 20%. Whatever the rest of that was came to my bank account for me to do my stuff with. So last week was pretty good, and I stayed. I literally ran Florida, Georgia. I took one load up to South Carolina last week and turned from there and went right back to Florida and went home. I think I worked about 55 hours out of my 70. Went home for a couple days, and this week I had, this load I ran out to Kansas. You know, you don't get paid coming out of Florida. I'll make my money going back. So it'll be a good week once I actually run my week. I've only run one load from Jacksonville to Kansas. So, but I've already gotten reloaded heading back to Atlanta for 6 a.m. Monday, which is nice because I'll do 500 miles tomorrow. I'll do 400 on Sunday, kick back and watch football for the afternoon, and then go deliver first thing in the morning. And the warehouse I'm delivering to in Atlanta, I have a load picking up that same warehouse that morning going to Jupiter, and then I'm going to go back home for a couple days. So
you were home like 4 days this week, weren't you? 4 or 5 days?
No, I got home Saturday. I delivered to Costco in West Palm at about, I don't know what time I got there, 9:30 Saturday. I mean, I was in and out of there in like 45 minutes, and then I just deadheaded back up to, 120 miles or whatever to the house. So I got home Saturday afternoon, and I was home all day Sunday, all day Monday, and I left out Tuesday because I had this load I booked the week prior, and it was a Wednesday morning pickup or a Wednesday afternoon pickup. So my plan was to just leave Wednesday morning and go pick this up and run to Kansas and then work my way back. But I said, look at them $400 60-mile loads from Middleburg to Alachua going to Dollar General. I'm going to go run up there and do 2 of those on Tuesday. And then I'll go over Wednesday and pick this up, and then I'll just bebop over to Kansas and make myself an extra $800 for hardly doing nothing. Well, Niagara basically canceled every single load after 1:30 or so on Tuesday. Did not get an explanation as to why, but I know both of mine got canceled. Scott from SRO was actually there. We hung out together. His got canceled. And the broker he was dealing with said 5 other loads that he had out of that place got canceled, and several other drivers. So I guess they had a facility issue, or they were short product, whatever was going on. So that didn't pan out. We just went over to the Loves in Baldwin, and we got some parking spots over there, and went in and had some fried chicken for dinner and sat around and BS for a while, which is cool. I hadn't seen him since May when I went to orientation, so that was nice.
Hey, James, where's the name badges?
Huh. That's weird. I just now noticed that. Huh.
Maybe deselect the comment real quick, just see if they come back up. It's a test.
Let me see here. Hold on.
So I was thinking maybe when the comments are up, it takes the badge away. Got it. Okay.
Gotcha. So John Huntley says, since you guys are 1099, what percentage each week do you set aside for taxes?
First, I want to say hello, Mr. Zulu. We didn't say hi to you. Sorry.
I did. I said hi to him.
Well
hello, Zulu.
Hello, Zulu. Go ahead, James. Tell him how much you put back.
I'm set up as Beach Ass Trucking as an S corp, and therefore I pay myself payroll weekly or bi-weekly. So I don't set anything aside for taxes because I pay my payroll taxes every week, and I pay myself in a manner that the payroll taxes cover what needs to be covered. And I mean, the last year, I think I ended up owing $1,000 at the end of the year, and I didn't do payroll taxes for the first 6 months last year. So
Yeah, but what
my
about the
my
but what about the
dialed
business
in.
tax? What about the business tax though?
It all washes out through the payroll tax, bro. Because I mean, you don't make any money in this business. Remember,
Yeah, I got you.
you don't make any money. I mean, my truck, because I'm with Lone Mountain, my truck is legitimately, as far as anything is concerned, it's a lease until I pay it off. I just have no
Yeah.
balloon payment, so it's 100% tax deductible. You know, your fuel is all business expenses.
Yeah.
All your food is business expenses. Like, you know, I mean, I pay myself what I need to pay myself at home to cover my bills, and then I let my accountant do her work and tell me what I owe at the end of the year. I'm not loaning. Let me not be political. I'm not loaning the government my money all year long for them to send to whoever the hell they want to send it to. I'm happy to pay them at the end of the year what they think I owe them and what.
Well, which is what I'm doing. I'm putting some back each week, and for me, I put 22% back. That's what I put back. But I'm an LLC, and I don't know the ins and outs. I will learn that this coming tax season when I find me an accountant and we figure this shit out. Because I don't know anything about that part of the business, honestly.
I don't either.
I was advised to put 30% back. I'm like, I'm not putting 30 back. Screw that. I'll put 22 back.
I'm more
So
like
it's
15,
so it's setting in a high yield savings account to where it can grow. I mean, right now it's like 2.7 or some crap, so it's not growing much, but at least that money is making some money. So when it comes tax time, I'll just have to pay whatever I owe, whatever they say I owe.
You're federal. I mean, I am by no means a CPA, but what I do know from talking to my lady is your federal is 15.5% of basically your net, right? Because I mean, your expenses are your
Yeah.
So it's 15.5% right out of the gate for Social Security, you know, the FICA and just your basic tax. And then you hit brackets beyond that 15.5%. It goes by basically, if you look at the back of the W-4, or, you know, if you just look at how the tax brackets work, it's whatever that percentage is on top of that 15.5% is what you end up paying. So at 22, you're probably in a pretty good spot, you know. I mean, see, because I'm paying them with the way I pay myself. I'm paying in $600, and I'm paying in about $700 a month through.
Yeah, but my business is also based out of. You're Florida, I heard, right? You're out of Florida.
Yeah, so
So y'all don't have state tax. I'm in West Virginia, and hell, we got 7% up there in West Virginia. So I got federal and state to deal with.
Good news is Mr. Trump made the announcement that if he wins the presidency, he's going to do away with taxes in the IRS. Love to see that happen. Which state country?
Good luck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sounds good, but I don't think it can or will pass anywhere.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, like I told you earlier. I mean, I'm all for it. Whatever. I mean, they can make money elsewhere, but at the same time, a president just can't make it because the House and the Senate's got to agree with it. And if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. You know. But if it does work, if he does win and it does work, he's only got one term. What do you think's going to happen on the rebound side?
Right.
We're going to get screwed.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's get some of these comments. Finally watched it live, Alicio says. Zulu says, appreciates us. Make company taxes difficult. That's true. And OTR, he went to an S corp last year, pays himself monthly. It's definitely a way to go, especially if you pay child support. And that's something me and you, Brian, need to talk about. I hear Charlie and Jeff talking about it all the time, but maybe I need to switch to an S corp too. Never even thought about that.
So basically, my accountant told me that if you're in a situation to where you're bringing home over 60,000 a year,
right,
that you need to switch to the S corp, because I mean, you can literally pay yourself about $35,000 a year and take distributions through your corporation as the shareholder. That I'm the only. My wife's not even on the business. I'm the only shareholder, so
you can actually pay yourself by the distributions, more or less.
Distributions, dividends, whatever you want to call them. I mean, it's basically I'm 100% shareholder of my company. So
you just say
let me ask you about your accountant. Where's she out of? She in Florida too?
She's in Melbourne, man. I've been using her. I was using her when I was managing restaurants and had some stock options in the restaurant that I was in, or part ownership, whatever you want to call it. I've been working with her for years. When I was general manager of the restaurant I was in, they gave you like a $30,000 share. Well, they didn't give it to you; you had to buy it, but they basically split the cost on a $30,000 share. They gave you $15,000 and you paid $15,000. And when I started that's when I said, man, I got to get an accountant to help me with this, because it wasn't something to just go on TurboTax and do anymore.
So how does this work? Do you pay her like a monthly salary to always stay on, or do you pay her as you go for whatever work you ask her to do?
Yeah, you can do it either way. I have her run my payroll as well. I pay her $200 a month to do my payroll and my bookkeeping, and the only charge that I have from her beyond that is the annual tax filing. She doesn't charge me to file my quarterlies or any of that shit. So that was the other thing, is when I was LLC, she was saying, listen, you need to pay these quarterlies. And I mean, she was projecting me paying $3,000 and $4,000 a quarter, and I'm trying to come up with that money, chasing that money, and then you get to the end of the year, and it turned out okay. We didn't really owe anything, but man, with this S corp, it's so much better. Like it is night and day better, because I'm paying as I go, and I don't notice it all year long. And
Now, does she work for a company, or is she just like a standalone, has her own service?
She owns her own company. It's her, and I don't even know if Charles is still there. I haven't been to the office to see him in there. It's her and another lady, and she had this guy Charles working there too.
All right, I know she's licensed in Florida. I wonder if she can go. I wonder if she's licensed to do national.
I could not tell you. I could not tell you. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of options out there for truck drivers for taxes. People that know the trucking business inside and out. First thing I asked her when I went back trucking and I started when I started my own business, first thing I asked her was, do you do trucking? Because I know trucking is significantly different than pretty much any other industry. And right. She's like, I've got everything from long haul drivers to dump truck drivers on here. She's like, I got a little bit of everything that I do. I don't have a lot of them, but I understand it. And she goes to IRS training for like 2 weeks every summer. Usually she has to go over to Tampa. She goes over there for a couple weeks every summer and does all, she keeps her shit up to date. And like, I trust her. I haven't been audited yet. I mean, maybe I will one day, but she has everything, man. Like, I pull my logs every month and save my logs for my per diem, and like she takes my per diem it's $69 a day or whatever it is. So we track how many days I'm out. I tell her how many days I'm out for each payroll, and she splits it in my pay as per diem. But right now she's taxing my per diem to avoid paying the quarterlies, and it's working out. It's basically working out. And I mean, I'm married. We filed jointly, so the business basically washes itself out, and it's usually me personally that ends up owing money.
All right. Well, I just need to get more educated in that aspect of things, pretty much. I do want to say one thing to John. You're right, but I also believe everything he says he does, and he has done. He's got a proven record of doing everything he said.
And Truck Diver said he makes a lot of promises. Well, you know what? He does make a lot of promises, but I'd say a good portion of the promises that he's made come true. These promises
whether you liked him or not, he did it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, whether you like him or not, you know where he stands too.
J Squared. Hey, listen, man, I got a question for you. I have been watching your videos since we spoke last week, but I haven't seen one in the past couple of days. But I've also been busy, so I haven't really been looking through my feed a lot. But what I've been looking for, because I am still unknowledgeable about a lot of different aspects of the industry. Now, I've been watching you because I was kind of hoping to see what it is you do. Like, you haven't been showing nothing about freight, what you're doing. Obviously it's probably lives, but what are you hauling? Like, do you have to unload your truck? Do they load it for you? Maybe do a video of a day. Yeah, even show me the inside of that damn nice truck you got. Do a tour of it or something. I'm looking for stuff like that. Like, what is it you're hauling? Do you have to load? Do you have to unload? All that crap. Tour your truck. Do something like that in your next video for your boy Country.
He put a video out 2 days ago. I just looked.
I'm pretty sure that's day 5 of his owner-operator thing. I think that's the last one I saw. So I've watched everything since he got this new truck. Well, since he started uploading again, because it was like, I think 3 months before. I got a 3-month gap or something. But I've watched his videos since from the beginning till current.
Brian, I got to tell you, man, I envy what you're doing, dude, because this spot market thing's hard to do, man, especially with an SFI truck. Was like I told you, I'm looking at, other options and stuff with trucks and stuff, but it's tough, man. Those rates aren't that great at all anymore.
No,
like you said, you can find something to run back and forth to stay in Florida and the price is right. That's the way to go, like you've been doing.
And you know what? These do look like this one particular, the 5,000 down, 1,700 a month for 40 months. That does look like the JBS trucks, like what I have.
Oh, that's not a JBS truck?
It looks like it is.
Okay.
And what I'm saying is, I don't know, when I click on it, it won't open up the actual truck, so I can't.
Are you looking on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're having issues with the website. If you pull up a laptop or something, or do it the old version way, like the desktop version, you'll be able to pull it up. For whatever reason, the phone version's not letting it.
I'll tell you what. Knowing what I know about Lone Mountain,
yeah, if
that payment is $1,700 a month, I'd be willing to bet those trucks are probably. They're probably low mileage. I bet they're 200 to 350,000 mile trucks.
Yeah, they got a scale down at the bottom of the posting. It tells you the scale, down payment versus month, depending on the mileage range.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if they're charging $1,700 a month for that truck for 40 months, then the odds are that's going to be a fairly low mileage truck. It's going to have a lot of warranty, a lot of factory warranty left on it. Most likely.
Look who blessed us with his present, only being 35 minutes late.
Nope. If he comes in, I'm leaving. You take my spot.
It's Millie Vanilli. It's Millie Vanilli. At least one of them. We don't know. Do you even know who Millie Vanilli is? 18.
We all know who
Millie Vanilli.
Turn your mic up. Turn your mic up a little bit.
Get closer to me. We all know who that is. Though, so.
Where are these white KWs from, James? They look like Heartland stripes on them, but
they are. They're Heartland. The only issue I have with those trucks is it has one door and one window on the passenger side. The driver's side is blank. That messes with my equilibrium.
You say,
What's it
what do you
called?
mean by blank? Just solid?
It's just there's no window or no door on the driver's side.
What kind of truck is that?
It's a Kenworth. It's the sleeper. There's only one door and one window on the side.
Yeah. Okay.
It messes with my what's it called when you have that disorder?
It's your OCD.
There you go. Messes with my OC. It's got to be both the same way. I actually looked into you ever heard of Trans Am trucking, Brian?
Yeah, you told me that on the phone the other day.
Okay. Yeah, I looked into them. I gave them a phone call today. They sound pretty promising, honestly. If any damage to the truck, body work, paint, anything like that, if it's over $200, which honestly a little bitty ding is $200 to get fixed now, they fix it. They fix all the panels, the fairings, anything it needs is replaced. The trucks come with APUs. Mileage is in the high 4s, low 5s, but $34,000, dude. Plus they have financing, just like what Lone Mountain has.
Right.
Yeah. They said 10% down, and then 20% being the maximum, depending on what credit is.
What kind of warranty situation are you going to be at 500,000 miles though?
You got warranty with the PACCAR up to 7 years, 700,000.
That's all major components. So that's not going to be everything. That's going to be
right.
That's your
That's right.
basically.
That's right. He said it's mostly engine mechanical stuff, but he says you can buy an extended warranty up to $1 million, is what he said.
Okay.
I don't know what exactly that entails. Let me read some of these comments. John Huntley says, yes, he tries to follow through the knit and grit, but he can only go so far before he runs out of time. Now, the grand plan is that J.D. Vance will follow his lead for years.
That's true.
J Squared, we do a little everything, some stuff. We load our own truck, but most of the times we're docked, so we get loaded off the dock. But there is some stuff I won't be able to talk about that we haul. So I'm sure that's government stuff, I would imagine. Zulu says, guys, how well to your trucks you actually run? Problems, etc. People complain about the emissions trucks, and rightfully so if they break down. But what is the truth in your opinions? I'll answer that real quick. I answer that real quick. You are right. I'd say a good portion of the problems that trucks have are the emissions. They clog the engines up is what they do. They clog the power. I mean, they mess with everything. So almost anytime you have a truck issue, I mean, I don't know what percentage, but a high percentage is going to be emissions issues. That's my opinion. Every time I've ever had issues with a truck, that's what it's been. I did have some issues with airbags on a Kenworth that I had years ago that had to be replaced every so often, and they kept messing up, but it was really the leveler valve is what needed to be replaced, and it took a little bit to figure that out. You'll have that issue on your T680. It's a common problem with the T680s is the leveler valve that's attached to the rear airbags. Do you know about that system?
Are you talking?
Yeah.
There's one on the cab as well.
Yeah, that's because I would be sleeping, and if I was idling the truck, it would go up and down, up and down, up and down. But also, Zulu, too, the key to this is to have either an EPU or an APU, so you don't have a lot of idle hours. If you're able to,
much high idle will kill you.
High idle will mess up that.
In my opinion, it's mostly these engines are pretty solid, save for the emission system. The emission system is really what kills a lot of owner operators. A lot of companies have to deal with a lot of emission stuff. So high idle will cause your engine to be a little bit more stressed out, because not only is it just idling itself, but it's also working that emission system. When you have to do park regens instead of just doing rolling regens, you run into these clogging issues with these filters, which make them shorter in life. So you have to pull them out earlier than expected, clean them out, replace them, do all that stuff. But for the most part, in my opinion, it's the engines are pretty solid. It's just the emission system is what cripples them.
Well, you have to change that DEF pump filter as well. I that's something I have not done that on this truck yet, but it's on the to-do list. I just have not looked up what the recommended interval is to get it done.
Yep.
I'm sure it's beyond be
Staying
done.
on that
Fleet
staying on
truck,
that
nobody does anything to them. So if you buy a used fleet truck, you basically need to go through the entire thing in that first 50 to 100,000 miles and just do everything, because you can almost expect most of it's not been done.
yeah,
What
staying
would
on
you
your
say at the
maintenance is kind of
Hold on a
key.
second.
So
Would you say at the beginning that when you buy a fleet truck, you got to do what?
I said when you buy a fleet truck, your first 50 to 100,000 miles, everything that's in the everything that is in the OEM recommended maintenance schedule, you should go through and do all of it. You know, you expect that, yeah, they changed it, they changed the oil, they did this. And then if what you know they did or didn't do before you bought the truck, like I made Lone Mountain give me a list of what was done by them before I picked the truck up, so I know what wasn't done. They didn't do anything that, like, for instance, the transmission fluid doesn't call to be changed on this truck until 500,000 miles. So at 388,000 miles, I can tell you that's not been done on this truck. That's on my to-do list right now. You know, the gear oil, that's on my to-do list right now. The DEF filter is on my to-do list right now. I've already
from what I see right now about the DEF filter, should be changed every year or between 120 to 150,000 miles. But a lot recommend do it every 100,000 miles.
That's what you're seeing.
What kind of truck do you have?
That's what I'm looking at right now.
So there you go. That's
100,000 miles, change that DEF filter.
And I guarantee you it's not been done. You know, I do know that Lone Mountain baked and cleaned the DPF on this. That was done. And Kenworth even verified that it had been done when I took it to Kenworth with a it was something that was under warranty they fixed, but they reinforced the fact that yes, the DPF has been cleaned, and they checked that system for me while it was there, because they were doing the warranty work on whatever that stupid, it was some kind of sensor or it was some kind of sensor, and then they hit me for $1,400 on some other filter that nobody even knows exists.
He's got a T680 18.
Oh, okay.
So Zulu says, is there a certain way to maintenance the emission components 18? That's pretty much what we've just been talking about.
Just follow the recommended maintenance from the manufacturer, and go above and beyond it, because like I said, 9 times out of 10 with these used trucks, just like James was saying, it's most of the time they do the oil changes and that's it. That's why you also see with a lot of these company trucks, they're always their company drives are always sitting because of some maintenance emission system from one thing or another. So my opinion would be follow what the maintenance the manufacturer recommends, and then go above and beyond it. There's some of these trucks, they're pretty easy to just remove the filter themselves, and you can do a little self cleaning and try to get some of that gunk out. That'll buy you a little bit of time until you're actually able to take it to like a proper service place to like actually get it cleaned out or replaced. Replacement costs more than getting it clean. I'll tell you that for sure. What emissions the one box system on a Freightliner is what $20,000-$30,000 by itself, and just to get that clean, it's a couple $1,000, $2,000-$3,000 depending on where you go to.
Well, to answer your question there, Big Eye, it depends on the brand. Like I'm looking at a couple prices here for the Detroit, like for my truck, for the entire kit's like $167. For a Cummins, the UF 101, $68. DD15 kits, $173.49. So it just varies depending on the truck. It's truck specific.
What are you speaking of? The DEF filter?
Yeah, how much the cost is. Yeah.
Filter. And to be honest with you, those DEF filters are pretty easy for you to replace by yourself without taking it to a shop. They're gonna ream you going to the shop just to replace a couple of sensors, but if you know where they are, and you know your belly is not that big that you can get under the truck, You can replace those things by yourself in like 15, 20 minutes.
Well, I know this discussion here has added to my list because I'm about 20,000, 20,000 miles away from 100. I'm shit. I can't even talk. I'm at 80K right now miles. So I'm starting to get quotes on the 100K maintenance I'm going to have done, and I've learned it's recommended to do all the shocks around 100K and all that shit. So I have called about getting shocks done, and at that time, I'm going to go ahead and need a new PM or get another PM done, oil change and all that shit, and all the filters. And then I'm going to have to add, I've already added the engine filter onto that as well, which is $160. Now I'm going to add this DEF problem. Right now, my quote for all the work for the engine filter, the full PM, and the shocks and everything replaced is like $2,400.
How much?
I wouldn't change the engine
How much
filter
did you say?
unless if you actually really need to. Unless if it actually really needs to be changed.
Yeah. How much
Because
did you say?
it's got
Country?
that little filter glass that'll tell you when you need to change it. If it's not in the red, there's no point in changing it because I know those engine filters are not cheap. You know.
Yeah, they're $160, and I said $2,400 right now.
Buy,
Thanks.
man, buy all that crap off Amazon and do it yourself.
Well,
like I said, a lot
No,
of stuff.
well, my
you
response
do
to that
yourself.
is no. I'm not a mechanic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
an air filter.
Well,
You don't have to be a mechanic to do the small
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
Well,
Here's
no,
you're able
no,
to
no. The
mitigate
little
some of
thing,
those
I just
expenses.
changed my cabin filters on my own here last week, so congratulations me. But no, when he said buy all that shit and do it all yourself, the answer
Not
to
all
that
of it.
is
Not
no.
all of it. But
The
Well,
little
you got-
shit, the
Hey,
filters and
listen,
all that
hold on.
crap.
I've got
You guys
videos of
gotta-
me
you
changing
guys gotta
shocks
understand,
already,
we
so
got
it's not that hard
SFI
to do.
We got SFI trucks. We want to have it done to where we can have it done on paper and everything.
And you cannot. There's no such thing as over maintenance. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to go off
What
recommended,
else?
quote unquote. What did you just say, Team? Go off manufacturer's recommendation. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm doing. 100K.
What else? What else did they tell you to do at 100,000 miles besides the shocks? Because I just had the shocks done on mine.
Well, you were the one who mentioned the shocks
Okay.
to me, but I
Yeah.
got that confirmed.
Okay.
But like I said, I also know at that time it'd be time for another PM. So getting all the filter, all the oil and the fuel and all that shit done, separator. And then they was like, what about the engine block? It should be done about the engine filter, about 100K too. I'm like, okay, well, add that to it. That's how I know that engine filter alone is like $167.
See, I have all the filters changed every time I get an oil changed. Every time.
I'm sure you're not doing the engine filter.
Where's that?
The very big one on top.
I have that done at 50,000 is what I did. Every 50,000. I had one done at 50 and I had one done at 100. I just went ahead and did it.
Man, you're wasting
It's 100, like $170, right?
That's your opinion, 18. You hushed. You cannot over maintenance. No such thing as over maintenance.
But that filter's like $170,
Well,
right?
technically, hold on.
No, there's no technically. Stop with your logic. It's wrong.
Let me explain one thing to you guys. So these new engines, right? They have the oil change are set between 75,000 miles, and they do recommend not changing those oil early because it's actually not good for your engine to change those.
Well, actually, you're wrong there because you're wrong there because the 15,000 off a new truck, you have to get that factory shit out, and then it's recommended.
The first one,
now,
that's understandable.
It is, but you're right. They do recommend that on an OTR long haul truck, brand new or whatever, 75,000 or so is what they kind of say. But they do not say anywhere, don't do it sooner. They don't say that nowhere.
I'm gonna have to go look it up again because I did read it, albeit
this is the first you've ever told me.
And I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it directly to you. So
this is the first time you've ever said that because I get the oil change every 25,000. You know that. You've never told me that. And not that I wouldn't change my mind anyways. I'd still get it.
I mentioned it to you once before, but you are very stuck in your ways.
So I do my. Here's why I do my. At Schneider, we are required to get a DOT inspection every 90 days. Schneider pays for it. We've got to have it done. So I made the decision in the beginning. I think if I'm getting DOT inspected every 90 days, I'm getting a PM done at the same time. That's what I do, and that's usually right around between 25 and 30,000 miles. So that's when I do that. Every time I get an inspection, I get a PM.
Hey, I say, if it makes you sleep better at night, go for it.
It does.
And it's also a brand new truck, and I want to make sure I take care of it and keep track of everything.
I agree.
So let me read some of these comments, guys.
Nope.
Sulu says it's a certain way to maintenance the. Oh, we already read that one. Alaska Hall says delete it and go. I wish we could.
Oh, I would
delete
love to.
it. I drove company years ago. Getting CDL again. We'll probably go to Prime and Lease. John says. You already read Big Eyes. James, there's a dude named Truckin' Fixin' with Brian. Yeah, you know what? I've watched him before. He was actually a truck driver up until about 3 years ago, right before COVID. And I used to follow him pretty religiously, and I
He
like
used
his
to be a
videos.
Landstar BCO
Yep.
as well too. And before that, he was a mechanic. So when he got out the truck, I guess he went back to being a mechanic again.
So J Square said, get a soot test. It's a good way to check on used truck with DPF.
That's good. That's good
Big
knowledge to have.
Where do you get that done at? Like besides
It's kind of
just the
like
dealer, is
Pittsburgh
there anywhere
Power,
else you can
sending your oil samples in, kind of the same thing.
Okay.
Big Eye says, I got a 22 Freightliner, 3 Honest Goat 3. My dude go to Landstar, whoever that is. Big Eye says, I change my steers every year, shocks every 9 months. Detroit filters are the best to me.
Okay.
Big Eye says, and that engine filter helps with MPGs. I agree, and that's one of the reasons why I change it every 50,000, whether it needs to be done or not. Because I agree, it does help with your fuel mileage. And I never thought about the steers. That's actually a good idea. Unfortunately, my steers still look like brand new at 100,000 miles. How much we have to put down in order to get an SFI truck? They have specials all the time. It varies. It can be anywhere between $500 and $3,000. You just got to call and get them to see what special they have going on, and they'll talk to you and check you out more or less. It's kind of hard to say, but I think $1,500 is probably a good average until the DEF goes bad. Okay. Alaska Hall says, if you guys don't want DEF problems, never idle these new trucks. You know what, Alaska? I agree. That's why it's important to have a EPU or an APU. I agree.
Unfortunately, we're going into the fall months, so we ain't got. I won't be idling nowhere near as much as I did over the summer, for sure.
Yeah, I'll be using the bunk heater all the time if it's cold.
I want heater's ass. I ain't using no heater. I'll throw an extra comforter on. I'll break out the heater eventually, but I just haven't done it yet.
You got a little bit more insulation than a lot.
I got some cushion, baby. I got some texture.
You know what they say about cushion, right?
Nah, more pushing, I guess.
That's right. Cushion is good for pushing. That's right.
Alaska Hall. What's the name of your company?
I don't know if he's ever told us who he works for. I think he works for himself.
A week before he was talking about 90% or something on it.
He did.
Partner. So I'm curious what the name of his company is.
There you go. There you go. 3 Honest.
Who voting for Trump? I think that's a pretty obvious. All 4 of us, I'm sure, are going to be voting for Trump. We talk about it all the time.
I never said I was going to. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Stop it. You know you are. You've already said that.
That's all right. For everyone that votes for Trump, that'd be 2 dead ones voting for Kamala. So.
Alaska Hall says it's his own little company. Big Guy says he's definitely voting for Trump. I knew you were because you talked about it before.
Well, Alaska Hall he might talk about he does a 90-10 split, but he won't tell you who he is or what he does. So I don't know what that's all about.
He don't want people to come over there or work with him. I guess that's understandable.
He just talking. I'll talk.
Now Kamala will fix the country by day 3.
Yeah,
that's what she said. Just asked her.
She's going to get like a $3,000 tax cut for all 100 million Americans too. Let me tell you what. I am and I listen to iHeart quite a bit because I listen to Fox Sports Radio. They are so left-leaning. They play her commercial every single break, at least 2 or 3 of her political commercials. I am so glad when this election is over with, so I don't have to hear her voice any longer.
Hey, I was listening to something Doc Rich had on this morning on YouTube, and he's like, Kamala has spent $1 billion in a 2-month campaign, and ain't a damn one of us in America can tell you what the heck what her plans are.
What her positions are. That's right. Has it reached $1 billion now already?
That's what he was saying. He said, "Man, she has spent $1 billion, and can't one person even tell you what the heck, what her stand is, what she says she's going to do."
You know, that just shows the intelligence of real people, because, you know, believe it or not, she does have some supporters. It's not much, I don't believe, but there are some people out there that believe in that Kool-Aid. And how can you believe in that Kool-Aid when there's nothing put down on paper?
90% of the people who are admit they're voting for Kamala is because they
hate Trump.
They're asked why they want to be a part of what they call something special, and that something special is voting in the first African American woman as president. And then they ask, "Can you name her greatest accomplishment? Our greatest accomplishment over the past 4 years?" And they're all like, "The only reason the voters who are voting for her is for what I just said: first woman African American president,
Either that or they hate Trump.
or Indian, or hell." But when people answer this question, that's not one of their answers. Never. It's never one of their answers.
So
I look at it like I mentioned in the video a while back. It's like sports teams, you know. I mean, I'm a Bills fan. Always have been a Bills fan. Never halted, not once. But guess what? When I knew they were going to lose the game, I didn't bet on them. You may be pro blue or pro red, but you got to decide which candidate, regardless of what team they're on, is going to do better for the country. In this case, the country's the team, and the people up here is the quarterback. So I'm not saying I'm a Trump. I'm not saying I'm not saying that I'm a Trump fan in general. I'm saying that whoever was red is probably who I'd vote for, because blue has had 12 of the last 16 years. This country's gone to shit during that time. That's just my opinion and my thoughts.
Is not some cognitively isn't right with Mark Cuban. he's just the one anomaly out here that's looking to vote for.
Well, and when you have billionaires like that are publicly endorsing a person like that, it doesn't matter who's in the office. They're not getting affected anyway. Mark Cuban's not going to get affected no matter who's in the office.
Absolutely.
Mark Cuban, Will Smith, Eminem, who just did a Harris rally the other day. These people are not going to be affected no matter who is in the office. Bottom line.
So I was just looking at Mark Cuban. You know how he got his start and what he made his money in? Anybody know?
What?
He started Micro Solutions and Broadcast.com. Now, with that being said, those are companies that we don't know anything about, but he actually started the very first online betting service before, because he's always been big into sports, even before he bought the team, the Mavericks. He started an online betting, and I think that was the Micro Solutions, if I'm not mistaken, but that's what he started.
But I also wonder if what was that first one you said? The broadcasting company?
Broadcast.com.
Okay, I wonder, even though it's not called Broadcast.com no more, I wonder who bought that company and what they've named it to. I wonder what that company that started with him as Broadcast.com is today.
I don't know, man.
NBC News? ABC? Fox?
No. It's not going to be one of those.
You don't know. You don't know.
Might be a subsidiary of one of them.
I mean,
Raymond said it's not left-leaning, it's money. That's correct. They love political season, pays the bills, and makes money. Yeah, you're right. Whoever pays gets it. Big Eye says she's not black, and I agree. She's not. She's Indian. And
whatever she decides to talk about that day, yeah.
It hasn't come out yet, but supposedly she's Canadian, too, that she was born in Canada. If that actually comes out, then there's going to be a situation with her even running for president. She shouldn't be legally able to run.
She was born in Canada, but she definitely spent a lot of her youth there.
That ain't gonna make a difference anyway, because hell, what was it? Obama was accused of being born in Haiti or some shit. It ain't gonna matter.
Here's the situation
People like the only love
that
for
black
money
situation with her, right? It comes down to this. Everybody wants to claim that she's black because her father is Jamaican, right? the difference, the problem that people just seem to not get is that just because you were born in Jamaica doesn't make you black. Just because you were born in America doesn't make you black. Just because you were born in Africa, Elon Musk, for an example, was born in Africa. Does that make him black? No. Technically, he's an African American, but yeah, let's not go there. Um, her father is of Indian Irish descent. Her mother is an Indian. Everyone wants to. The people on her side are claiming that she's black just because she was born in Jamaica. Thing about Jamaica is just like a very condensed version of America. It's such a melt. It's just another melting pot, and their slogan is "Out of many, one people." You got a lot of Asians, you got a lot of blacks, you got a lot of whites, Europeans that live in Jamaica. So just because you were born in the Caribbean, as a fellow Caribbean, I'm saying this as well. Just because you were born in the Caribbean doesn't make you black.
Doesn't matter where you're born; it matters the color of your skin tone. Damn it, and your hair, your genes. I don't think anybody's ever said that just because you're born somewhere makes you a certain color. It's freaking what your
Well,
parents are, the
that's
genes.
what the Democrats are claiming. So they're
I
just
haven't.
blindly
Well,
agreeing to everything
They,
without actually
the
doing some
Democrats and the
type
left, they're all
research.
about race in the first place. They want to start that race shit. What'd you say, Brian?
I said the Democrats claim all kind of shit. They're a bunch of lunatics.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. So Alaska Hall has a question here for you, Brian.
Yeah.
He wants to know, I don't understand your point by asking me about my company.
Maybe he wants to come haul for you, man.
Yeah.
Well, the point is, last week he said SRO was taking too much of a cut, and we should come work for him because he does a 90-10. So the point of my question is, who am I going to work for if I come contract you? I want to know about the company I'm gonna go work for. I just don't sign up for anybody. I'm gonna do my research. I'm not an idiot. That's all I'm saying. I mean, the guy's going to work for me because I'm better. Well, then who are you? What's the name of your company? How am I going to find out you're better?
I don't think there was any deep dive in there, Alaska. I think he was just legitimately asking what your company name is, and he can
there's
use
no
that
deep
name
diving at all.
on his personal, education about your company. That's all that was.
So
he made the offer to come work for him on a 90-10 split. I want to know about it.
Who's all in cheap freight? We all are.
Hey, everybody.
Technically speaking.
Ain't a trucker out here that's not hauling cheap freight. Well, know why? We ain't got choice.
We know the white Volvo Mafia is a master of that. So
people don't
they're hauling
race
cheaper
and
freight.
nationality. Yep.
We're getting the max amount of cheap freight we can get. The other ones are taking the dollars.
Shit, I live in Florida, man. I run at least one cheap load every time I leave home.
Yeah, cover that. Got to at least cover that fuel cost.
What I do is I get paid 2.5 times that to go back home. So when I add them all, it comes out to a reasonable amount.
So I mean, I can get loads from Florida and Texas all day long for great rates.
Tuesday, man, I am not sitting here.
Are you cleared? Are you cleared to come Tuesday? You're cleared?
Yeah, I'm cleared. I'm just waiting for my FDA stickers to come. So
yeah, baby. I'm excited for you, bro. Yeah,
I am too, man. I've been sitting back. I've been tired, bro. I've been tired of being.
Yeah, you've been sitting back. You've been sitting back in that easy chair, drinking a little Chianti every night. What you've been doing?
What the hell is a Chianti?
You don't know what Chianti is?
No, that sounds like something that you old.
It's a fancy wine, man.
Yeah, it's just.
I can't believe you don't know what Chianti is, man. I'm trying to give you a compliment here, man.
If you give it, you should have just said something like,
all right.
Well,
Dom Perignon, how's that?
There you go. You should have said Don. He didn't know what you're talking about.
He probably don't even know what Dom Perignon is either.
No, he does. Yeah, he does.
I'm old enough to know.
How about this? You're drinking a little brandy. You know what brandy is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Screw brandy. Just get you a bottle of bourbon. You're good.
Listen, if I want to be a little classy, I'll get me a glass of Chardonnay. How about that?
Ooh.
Oh Lord.
Little glass of Sade, huh? You remember Sade, that musician? You remember Sade, the musician?
She's pretty.
Yeah, Yeah, Smooth Operator. There you go, man. She has some good music back in the day, man. That music's good for one thing and one thing only, man, and that's being
Fine with me.
lovey-dovey
Damn
with
right.
your honey.
You mean
God,
she
hey,
was
just
breeding production music?
I just watched one of those movies the other night, Raymond. I watched The Red Dragon. I couldn't find the first, so I wound up
15,
having. Or
30,
no, I couldn't
40.
find the second one, Silence of the Lambs. But I had to watch Red Dragon. I watched it on Netflix the other night.
Red Dragon's the third one, isn't it? Isn't that the one where they were eating the brains out of the guy talking? Ray Lolita?
No,
No.
Red Dragon is the first one. The only reason I know the order is because at the end of it, they came in to talk to Hannibal and he said there's some young lady with the FBI who would like to speak to you.
So you know
And-
the Silence of the Lambs isn't the first one. You know that, right? The first
Well,
one.
apparently I fucking don't because I'm an idiot from what you're saying now. All
The
I heard
first-
now is country. All I heard from you just now, you're a big dum country. Stop talking. Okay, I stopped talking.
The first one is Mindhunter, and it was actually done in like the early '80s. And you remember CSI?
No, I don't. Well,
The TV
okay,
show CSI, not the Miami one, but the original CSI. William
Nah, I like the
Peterson.
Miami was.
I
the
do
first
too,
one
but
I
William
watched.
Peterson was the main character in CSI. He was in the original Mindhunter, which was the original Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs was number 2. I believe Red Dragon was number 3.
Okay, well, okay, fine.
You're dumb as a dumb fuck.
Yeah, dumb as a dumb fuck. That's a tat. I'm putting that logo on your truck. Dumb as a dumb fuck up top, real big, and hot pink. But so it's yet again another one of these movies who did a prequel as the trilogy after the fact of what happened in 2. I hate movies like that. They flip shit around to give you the
I do.
storyline before. Oh my god, you ass! Like Minority Report, I think was one of the worst movies ever. You're not supposed to think that much watching
My
a damn
wife-
movie. This is
My wife hates those type of movies too, where they go back and forth in time and shit. I hate it.
fuck
So
that.
Techno
Don't-
says some companies offer drivers more money but have more hidden fees.
on
Yes, you
That's
are
true.
paper,
correct.
on paper, but in reality,
No,
it's
I'm not.
the
I'm
case.
not going. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that they're hidden fees. They're in the contract. It's just whether you choose to read the daggone thing or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, he's not-
I guess
He's
they're
not
only
talking
hidden-
about SRO. He's talking about Swift and some other companies. But yeah, you're right. Everything's
Super
in the
Ego, to
contract.
name a few.
Yeah,
Super
I guess
Ego.
Hirschbach, and I guess it's not really hidden, like you said. It's maybe a fine
Speaking
print.
of
It's in there
Hirschbach,
somewhere.
Anybody watched Fat Cat LLC as of late?
No, I
I
haven't.
watched
You
one
s-
today.
you-
Yeah,
you sent me that link, and I still have one over there.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
they're
It's
pushing
just-
it hard,
it's
aren't they?
Well, they
They're pushing it hard,
you
man.
almost, You almost got me there.
yeah,
I was gonna say something, but I'm like, hey, let me.
they got a little turd burglar going on there, don't they?
I didn't say it.
Yeah.
It just
Honestly,
I
Alaska,
just watched it come in, I just look at it,
the
I'm
biggest.
like, you know.
Honestly, Alaska, the biggest reason I won't do anything like that now because I'm still under it. Like I still have this lease. I need to deal with it. It costs so much to go somewhere small with SFI. I won't.
Yeah,
I just won't pay that 10 to 15 grand they would require. Now, if I owned the truck outright, I'd probably have a more serious conversation with you to see what it was all about. So, whether I know someone or not, personally, it won't make a difference. It just depends on the company and the opportunity. What turned me in. But as of right now, I've talked to James about this a lot. I'm not convinced going anywhere else right now will be any better than Schneider. There's no point to leave until I am convinced.
So there we go. Silence of the Lambs was the shit. The TV show Hannibal was actually excellent. Yeah, I watched it. It wasn't bad. And 3 Honest Goat 3, JB Hunt missed their quarter again, and that is correct. That's why that's why I'm no longer with JB Hunt, because 10 to 15% of all the loads went away. They didn't even tell their drivers about it. What's up, Barry? How's things going?
Barry, what's up, buddy?
Very-
Midlife Trucker says, did you hear Christensen no longer has employee drivers as of 10-1? I heard they
That's
were doing
interesting.
that, but I didn't know that it was going to be coming that soon. But I did hear that.
Okay, so they're going strictly OO, huh?
Yep. I actually tried to give him a call today and see how things were going.
Matter of
Rhett.
fact, what's their deal for their lease drivers?
They got two different lease plans there. They got one that their lease plan's actually pretty good. I don't remember percentages. I'm trying to. I just can't remember. There's one lease plan where you put 5,000 down. You got to put X amount of cents in, like 7 cents a mile into your maintenance. You're required to fix everything. But the other lease is, I want to say 42 cents a mile is what you pay for the truck. So you drive, the more miles you drive, the more you pay for the truck, more or less. It's a percentage.
What about bringing your own truck? SFI truck.
You take your own truck. Well, SFI truck. The only problem is they only pay $1.25 a mile. That's all miles, empty too, and you get your fuel surcharge. Usually it's 35-40 cents. So that's what you're
Yes,
getting.
Alaska. SFI does charge us to switch companies. So
Yeah.
a lot of companies are free to switch, but you still got to pay a $500 company transfer fee for them to process all the paperwork. But some companies you go to, they require an additional deposit on your security, $3,000 to $4,000 or $5,000. Or if I wanted to get my own MC numbers, they would charge me like $10,000. Or if I would try to go to a smaller company, or if I would try to go to a smaller company like you, then it would be like $10,000, of course. So
speaking of which, midlife, if you know the two leases, put it up here. I know it's empty miles after 50. The first 50 miles is on you, but after that you get the $1.25 a mile.
Well, I can tell you though, honestly, when it comes to the average, it's not like here lately under the Schneider board, because all I can work is the Schneider board. Because I'm with Schneider, I can only pull their freight off of their board. And I've said for a couple of months now, the actual rates aren't that bad from the loaded standpoint, but you got to add in that deadhead. You got to go to get it. There's a lot of loads on the board these days for $2+ a mile, and if you're on top of it, then great. Then you ain't got to worry about deadhead. Like for the one I'm on now, for example, it's like $1.90 a mile from Bridgewater, Virginia to Grove City, Ohio. So like 400 miles, but I had to go 80 miles to get to it. I'm getting it for like $1.60 a mile right now. So I'm getting paid almost $700 for this trip to deliver tomorrow. But the previous ones prior were $1.80 plus, both of them. One was from what was that first one this week? It was from Topeka, just outside Topeka, all the way to Findlay, Ohio. Then I went from Findlay to, was it Findlay? No, it wasn't Findlay, Ohio, was it? No, it was Topeka to shit. I don't remember. My brain sucks. I mean, I can look it up, but I ain't going to.
Remember too with the SFI board, they already done took their
Schneider.
cut.
Yeah.
That's not. They
You're
already
right.
done took their cut. So what's left over.
Yeah. So what you see is what you get. You're right.
Yeah. So more or less, it's still the same. If you were at a different company, you just get to see what the whole load is, and then they take your deductions out and all that stuff. And
yeah, that's something I need to clarify too. You're right. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because you experienced. Yeah. So if you're on the Schneider board, there's no math to be involved. What you see is what you get.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's it. What you see is what you get. Even if you're on the percentage board, you're getting 65%. Because it's two boards right now within the Schneider IC side. You got the all-in rate board, which is supposed to give you at least 65%, sometimes more depending on the load. There's no way to confirm it. On the percent board, you're guaranteed to get 65%, plus you get a fuel surcharge on there. Well, they don't add that. It's just all one total, but they break it down in the detail screen of how much of that is your fuel surcharge. So, yeah, that's a great point. I never really mentioned that. Broke that down for people. So, yeah, what you see, what you get, no math involved. So you may think $1.80 a mile, holy crap, that sucks. But that's after they've already took their 35% out.
So do they still have the percentage board too and the all-in?
Yeah, right now, but everything's supposed to merge when that new app comes out.
Right. Okay.
But then again, no matter who you talk to, there's no definitive answer on what's happening.
Right.
Nothing definitive yet.
Midlife Trucker said that one lease was to pay the truck payment and maintenance by the mile. The other was $800 a week plus maintenance. Yeah, it's real simple. I think it's actually $8.25 now because that's what my friend had to pay for his truck, $5,000 down. He was responsible for all the maintenance. But if you do the other lease to where it's like, I'm pretty sure it's 42 cents a mile, if I'm not mistaken. Let me do that calculation.
Yeah, Zulu, it's on top, 10K on top. Stop typing answers in the chat. Yeah. Why am I saying that? This ain't my channel. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's 42 cents a mile. That's what it was. Yeah, it's 8,500 to 10,000 total. That's with your deposit. It's just more money you got to come up with. Like right now, I got $4,000 deposit. I was told that if I wanted to go to SRO, I'd have to put another 4,500 to 6,000 down, depending. It was kind of a case by case scenario.
Yeah. That number too, like you said, right now I have 4,000 in my deposit, and I was a first time owner operator. So Schneider, Matt put 1,600 in. I had to pay 24. Schneider put 16 on there, so which puts me at 4,000. So if I would go to somewhere like, SRO, I'd have to pay another 4,000 on top of what's already there. So it would be a total of 8,000 to 10,000, but they deduct what's already there, and you pay the remainder. So technically, if I wanted to get my MC numbers, I'd have to pay him 6,000.
So 3 honest goat 3, you'll make more money at Landstar versus Schneider. Agree, but it'll take you about 5 to 6 weeks before you'll start making money there because
It's more like 3 weeks, give or
buddy,
take.
it took you 5 weeks. I watched
3
the
weeks.
calendar.
It took me 3 weeks.
Who can sit for 3 weeks? Now, if I was sitting on a landmine of money, I would do it.
Okay,
Boy,
I told you learn from the mistakes that I wouldn't necessarily.
Hold on,
say
Brian's
call
saying
them
something.
mistakes,
Hold
but-
on, Brian's talking. What was you saying, Brian?
I said I did that when I came to SRO, but that wasn't on Scott. It was just I got too antsy to get the heck out of Swift and put myself in that situation. I had a vacation planned, and I guess I got on with him fairly quick in about a week, but then I had vacation planned. I went home. It was a good 3 weeks before I started making money from the last money I made was my problem.
Listen, let me tell you. I told you how to do it when it came to Landstar. To learn from what I did. That way you didn't have to. That way you didn't have to do the sitting around.
Go through it again. Explain it because I want to know.
Okay, do your application and apply for it. Do not stop driving until they are ready to schedule you for an orientation. Because then that will only have you sitting for probably just a week.
How long you been off now? 18?
This is a different situation.
I
Hold on. I purchased a truck and I did a truck trade. In the truck trade, I wanted to keep my plates and I wanted to keep my numbers. So, and don't forget, we just had a hurricane, so technically it wasn't on them. It was more like on the DMV on my side here.
All right,
But
so
they were being a little bit picky about me about the stuff that they wanted from me. So
OTR Vic's got a question.
Situation, different story.
From what I've seen, I think there's more potential money-wise at JB Hunt than at Schneider. James, would you agree? Up until about 2 weeks ago, I would 100% agree with you. I don't think there's that much of a difference any longer. Matter of fact, I think you might make less at JB Hunt now because of the rate cuts.
I also want to add to that answer is because, and that was when James went over there. He got over there. He had a click. He got inside the click. That click, which he even tried to talk me into coming over in.
Yeah.
But after learning, you had to be in that click to match those numbers, which kind of, in my mind, defeats the purpose of being an owner-operator. Let me book my own ship. So if he was in that click, yes, your numbers would have been very, very much better than Schneider. But if you were running the normal load board like a normal driver, I've learned from other people that run that normal board, the money was about the same.
See, what James did is what a lot of owner operators are supposed to do when they are when they actually go out and do owner operating is build a relationship to where that you would all you have to do is run your truck and not run the board. The whole goal is to make money, not sitting out here being the stupid trucker clicking on a load board left and right day in and day out. And if
that may be a lot of goals
with some people, then it'll be easier.
But that was my reason I did not go. Well, I had the conversation, but then I was still on the fence until I was told I couldn't do it. So when I was told that they wouldn't take me because my addresses didn't match from where I wanted and what I have, they stopped it. So
Mm-hmm.
who knows where it would have went from there? Maybe I would have went, maybe I wouldn't have. But James knows also that I said to him many times, I'm conflicted about I don't want to come over here just for this one specific thing because it may not last. Money is not my motivation. Money is
Right,
not.
right.
Money is not my decision maker. Money's important in the evaluation, but money is not what makes my decision. Even though I know I could have went over there,
Absolutely.
probably made really good money for last 2 months. Well, wouldn't you reach out to me 2-3 months ago about that?
That's 2 months ago, yeah.
So, but yeah, he still thinks like, damn, I can't believe you don't care about money, which I think I
Well,
do. But
they lost the Toyota account. That was a big deal. The Toyota
yeah, that was a big deal.
that was
So
a real big deal. I mean,
and
that
that's
was
why
honestly that Toyota load was a guaranteed. Let's see.
68.
Well, it was
You told me
guaranteed
$68.
$2,500 just one way. It was guaranteed $2,500 one way, and it literally took you 3 days to do it. That was $2,500 in 3
But
days.
also, while during our conversation about that, we was talking. You was like, "Listen, not every load we get comes to the board. We have a click. We get a lot of these loads this way." And I mentioned my concern to you then. I'm like, "Well, hell, if that company's separating loads like that to where everybody don't get a chance, maybe I don't want to go over there." These are just parts. These are
But
just little
that's
topics
that.
of the
But that's part
conversation that
of
me and him had over the weeks talking about it. But
yeah.
there was no
You
definitive
have
answer.
also understand
I
that's
can't
also
hear
part of the
nobody.
business. If I'm able to connect with drivers without posting the load on the load board, and I know that I can get my freight covered with these guys, I'm not gonna post it on the load board. I'm gonna give it to my peoples so they can
Listen,
run
I'm
it.
not saying that's wrong, or I'm not saying it's wrong from a business standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
If I was in that boat, I'd do the same shit. But as a driver who's wanting to control my own destination, wants to control
Mm-hmm.
my own worth, I don't want to have to rely on someone else to do it for me. It just didn't appeal to me. That's all I'm saying. It would maybe people who just like fuck it, 6K a week, 7K a week. Hey, sign me up. You know, that's just
Yeah,
not
and
me, bro.
100%,
That's all.
100%, I get what you're saying. I
Hmm.
get it.
Let me get caught up on some of these.
Yeah, do that.
Zulu says, "Will I need 1 year experience to come to Landstar, or is there any other qualifications?"
You need 1 year experience, and you have to have your hazmat. You do not have to haul hazmat loads, but you have to have your hazmat.
Yep, you have to have a hazmat endorsement, which is honestly the one thing that stopped me many times from going over there.
So, Three Honest Goat asked, I'm assuming you're asking why I left. And I pretty much said that I left because
Obviously,
of
you
the
need a clean record and everything too. So
Yep, that shit went downhill.
I left because of the rates going down. And here Midlife says not quitting current job before orientation. I've done that many a times. He said that he turned his Christensen truck in on Friday and was hooked his first load with Cheeseman on Saturday. JB has no load. I guess Brian just went off. There he is.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
I
you
couldn't
took
hear
my
you
spot. I
guys.
was so
I got you.
comfortable being over there on the left.
You got to run and go get something to eat. Are you good?
I'm gonna do that in about a few minutes.
Just let us know before you take off. Zulu got some stuff here. It's better to come to Landstar with your own trailer or power only.
The thing with Landstar is you make it how you make it. You can bring your own trailer. You're gonna get a couple of percent more, or you can utilize their trailers.
You know what? You make it like a mystery. You know that? Because I ask you
No, I'm
questions
not.
all the
I
time.
tell you this every
You're a
single
mystery
time. It
writer.
is what you make it, and these are the options. Listen, these are the options that.
How
they
much
give you.
money do you make? Well, I got this pot of money over here, and I got this pot of money over here. Honestly, I don't know what I make. You really do, man. It's like a big mystery.
don't-
You write more
if
stories
you
than George
listen-
Lucas does.
If you listen and you hear what I'm saying, I'm telling you,
It's hard
make
because
it-
we
No,
can't.
D, I've got to back James on this, because if we listen to your words, we're listening for 30 minutes to try to get a 2-second answer. You don't give anything definitive.
Okay, you can bring your own trailer if you want to. If not, you can utilize their own trailer pool. It'll be easier for you to make more money doing dropping hooks. If you have your own dedicated trailer, it might be
Yeah.
a little bit easier for you to work with agents and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I was going to point that out too. Yeah, if you have your own trailer, which is always a good thing having your own equipment, you're going to be
Absolutely.
live loads, live unloads, and live loads all the time. So be prepared for that.
And you know what? If you're gonna have your own trailer, you're gonna come over.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you what,
the best
that
thing that
is
you
the
can do.
life, buddy. That is the life. The live load, live unload. Ha!
The best
I
thing
love
that
it.
you can do if you
Yeah,
have your
uh-huh.
own
Yeah, I can
trailer
tell by your tone. Yeah.
is to
Uh-huh.
have
I'm serious.
is to do,
I wouldn't have it any other way, man. I'm about to buy a trailer
All right, go
Well,
ahead.
tell us why. Why is that? Why do you like it so much?
because I have time to do other stuff, man. Like while my downtime in the dock, that's time for me to do other stuff. Whether I'm
Now
on
listen,
load boards, whether
I
I'm
don't
making myself some
mind.
food, whether I want to talk to my wife.
I don't mind the normal times where it's an hour and a half, 2 hours. But once
And
I'm
that
stuck in
and
a
and
freaking, but if I'm stuck in a place for 36 hours, you can suck my asshole.
well, I mean, but see, if that happens to me, well, that's not gonna happen to me because I'm gonna pull my trailer and I'm gonna fucking leave. I'll tell them,
No,
fuck you, I'm gone. Like,
you won't do that. You won't
the
do
hell
that.
I won't. The hell I won't. The
If
hell
it's your
I won't.
trailer,
I did it the other day. I said I ain't doing it. Scott said you call that man up and you tell the broker that if you are not loaded within the hour, you are taking your trailer and you are leaving.
okay,
You,
if you're
you have
empty, if you're empty waiting to be loaded, that's one scenario. But if you have a whole load of beer, you take it from Michigan or Ohio to freaking Fort Worth, Texas, and they're trying to unload you and they haven't, yeah, you can't just take your trailer back. You can't do
well,
shit.
I mean if you're if you're booking yourself and choosing your own loads and you're doing what I do and you're dumb enough to take a load of beer, then that's on you.
Listen, that was my first and last beer load. Okay. I
Well,
haven't booked one since then. Never again. Never again. Damn it.
let me
Never.
read some of these comments. Do we have an option to stop payment for a few weeks with SFI? They do work on a case to case basis, but usually no is the answer on that.
Well,
so he said he just left JB to do OnlyFans. I turned my Christensen truck on Friday morning. He already read that. Culture, home time, equipment, compensation, and knowledge when I'm choosing a carrier. Check. Laska Hall says, I'll tell you one thing, having a brand new truck, ELD, not being somewhat mechanically inclined, will be very hard to do more than just survive in this business. That's why you pay somebody to do it when you have a maintenance account. Probably works for BLC out of Missouri. I don't know what that's in regards to. That live load your own trailer sucks if you use drop and hook. Well, I don't know if I would be doing it.
You're not going to be dropping hooking your own trailer.
Yeah. Interesting. Alaska Hall says also not having your own signs also matters. Paying even 10% is like $1,500 a month. That's an easy insurance payment.
Own signs. What signs are we talking about?
I don't know what that is. Techno wants, does SRO require hazmat? He doesn't require hazmat, does he?
No, he does not.
I didn't think so. Zulu says, do you prefer drop and hook, Big Eye? Clearly, you must be able to get in and out faster, but what are the downsides? I'm a drop and hook queen diva. I'm a drop and hook diva. How about that?
The only downside of dropping hooks is trying to find a decent trailer. That's, if you got a lot, yeah. Sometimes with Schneider, you'll go do a lot. You'll find 5 empties. All of them's got a defect in it, or something out of service or something. But
right way to truck. What's going on, folks? I think has he been on here before? I don't recognize that one. Right way to truck.
I've seen the name. I've seen
that
name
Authority.
Somewhere.
Gotcha.
Y'all still going, fellas. Yeah, we're still going.
Yeah,
signs authority. Right, so Alaska Hall means your own authority. I got you.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay, so you have been on before.
He's been here, yeah.
Interesting. Well, me and you might have to talk some more there, 18, about that. You've been bugging the fuck out of me for weeks about it, months about it.
About what?
My biggest thing towards Landstar is where you know the area I want to run, and I know I can get freight from them in that area.
I remember right way to truck. You're buying that international truck. That's right. I do remember you. We've talked. I have no choice, but I'm always live unload.
Yeah, with that expedited truck you got. Yep. No dropping hooking that when you're a big old straight truck.
Yeah, you can drop and hook and get into another truck.
Yeah, okay, yeah, do that. Yeah, it's
I don't
like
know
moving.
how.
It's like changing apartments every damn week or every day. No, hell no.
How convenient that would be.
I mean, for me, man, like I've just I did it a lot in my years at Swift, so I kind of mastered it. But you know, I use that split sleeper to no end. You know,
Well,
I've got that thing so dialed in. You know, I know exactly what I'm getting back, and I'll go 9.5 hours and I'll start back up on my split just to keep that split sleeper alive, because just the way it functions, especially when you're doing live load, live unload.
one thing you can't do it. We can't do split at Snyder. And you know, on the other hand, too.
Sleeper, man.
Yeah. On the other hand, you know, my last 3 loads have been lives, and the reason I schedule them that way is because I like the trailer I had. I had a good trailer, a nice new one, 229 trailer, and it was live loaded on this last load that I did, but it was a drop and hook when I dropped it earlier today, so I had to get rid of that trailer. Now I got a damn 17. So, I mean, if I have a good trailer and I want to keep it, I'll try to book as many lives as I can. Also, depending on the freaking pickup too. So, yeah, like you said, you don't be booking a beer load for lives because you're gonna get screwed every damn time. I get that.
You
And
know,
you learn
you
that,
keep-
and you learn what bad places are after you get them for the first time.
You keep talking about those beer loads, man. Every beer load I ever had was the quickest unload. Lots of them were dropping hooks. They were easy to do. The only negative thing I had about a beer load is that they were always 44, 45,000 pounds. Always.
Okay, well, if you ever happen to see a load going from Trenton, Ohio to Fort Worth, Texas, that is a Miller Coors load.
I actually had Miller Coors loads all the time. I did Coors out of Denver.
Dude, Trenton, Ohio to Fort Worth, Texas. Do it.
I've done them before. I know the same load you're talking about. I've done them before.
Oh my God! Look who we got on here. This guy Trucks. I've been waiting for you to get on here, man. I watch your videos all the time. You are one funny son of a bitch.
Huh?
This guy Trucks, yeah.
Buddy, you need to
get that guy to 10,000 so he stops whining about 10,000 subscribers already.
Right,
God, I'm tired of hearing
it. Hey, Josh, we need to get you on our show, man. I'd love to have you, man. Contact me. I'd love to get you on the show sometime, man. I like your candid ways that you do things, man. Yeah, see, last call says this guy Trucks is going crazy. You are going crazy. That's right. Yeah, Josh, we'd love to have you on here, man. That's for sure, buddy. You're crazy.
I'll tell you what, guys. I'm a run over here to the Rock and Brews Casino and play me some video poker and get me a big old cheeseburger. Let this guy Trucks take my spot for the rest of the night, and I'll catch up with y'all next time.
All right, sounds good, man. Hey,
All
Josh, if you want to come on, let me know here. Have
ya.
a good night there, bud. Josh, if you want to come on here, let me know. I'll send you a link. I'll tell you how to come on.
Who?
This guy Trucks. His name is Josh. He's one funny son of a bitch. If you've never watched, have you never watched him?
I just went to his fucking channel. His channel has nothing. It's a blank channel.
He must be on his old channel or something.
Or it must be somebody else.
Hang on here a second. Let's see what we got. Give me a second here.
Because whoever you're talking about, this guy Trucks, I mean, if that's actually him, I'm doubt if he's a YouTube content creator, I'm doubt he'd come into someone's chat saying I'm a registered sex offender.
See, I can't. He won't even. He must have removed it or something because I don't see it on mine.
No, it's still there. Click his damn name.
Hang on here a second. I'm working on it.
And go to channel. There's nothing there.
See, Midlife said it's a troll account. I had a feeling it was probably a troll account.
No, you didn't. You thought it was him, but we all was acting like, oh shit, come on, Josh. No, you didn't.
No.
You didn't even think about a troll account. But I knew damn from that comment. I clicked his name initially.
Yeah.
I was like, no, nobody. It's a blank fucking channel.
Yeah, it is a troll account. It looks. I mean, that's him in the little avatar. I thought for sure that was him.
Yeah, that's what troll accounts do. They'll match everything about that fucking page.
Yeah.
Read the next comment.
I got lucky after the CRST flatbed debacle. Don't ever do a lease with them. I found a local job, 26 an hour base pay plus loads, hauled home every day and off weekends. Good for you. Yeah, I had some reservations about CRST. I I had a guy that I was in acquaintance to that went over there and he lost his ass there.
I
He
was
said,
talking about the comment before that one, but
all right, I'll go back.
Yeah,
Hauling
from
chicken
Tom,
feed to
from
horses
Tom.
here in Mississippi.
the one
Which
before
one?
that.
The troll account?
The
Midlife
one,
Trucker?
no, the one before that.
Oh, okay. Truckers coach gave advice today saying we all should never reset and always run recaps, just 8.5 hours a day.
That's what I've been doing for about the past month.
I mean, we can all. I mean, listen,
Buddy,
it's
that's
it's not that hard to do. But then again, getting advice from coach, I mean, it's like,
this has been a topic of everybody. It's just like buying a used truck or getting a truck from SFI. There isn't a wrong way to do it, and there's not a right way to do it. It's just, how do you want to do it? What works for you? Sometimes doing recaps works. Sometimes doing the reset works. There's really no rhyme or reason. And doing reefer, I would imagine doing recaps are better for reefers because you got all those odd hours and you can do
yep.
split sleeper berth and
a lot
shit.
of sitting as well too. So
Yep,
you're not really
lot
going
of
to be
sitting.
running out a lot of hours.
But yeah, I know where you're getting at, Midlife Trucker. He always, and again, the name Truckers Coach shouldn't be something he should be doing, and this is coming from a guy that's moved around quite a bit himself. My things of moving around were for other reasons. His reasons for moving around was just to recruit people and bring them in. And yes, I do recruit too, but I do it for money purposes and stuff. But he does it because he doesn't make it.
He should rebrand his name and call himself a recruiter coach, because that's exactly what he does.
There you go.
He's ever done.
Well, they're laying it thick on the new ones, man. That's for sure. So I'm lost. Who's a part of BLC? Oh, you know what? He's talking about Alaska Hall, I bet. Part of BLC.
No, it's not.
I don't know who else he would be talking about.
He mentioned BLC earlier somewhere in the comments about. Yeah, explain, Barry. Talk about BLC. We don't know the letters. I mean, big licking cunts. I don't know what the hell that is. Tell us what BLC is and where it's at.
BLC, black long cock, something like
Stop.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's easier to do restarts. Wouldn't listen to coach about anything. Yeah, I hear you, man.
But yeah, it's about personal thing.
Midlife Trucker's got an equation on here. He always pulls it in. Recaps limits you to 70 hours per 8 days. It's just math. The max is 91.3 in 8 days. 91.3 what?
Hours. Come on, bro. Understand what you read, bro.
I understand that, but the max is 91.3 hours in 8 days.
That's how many hours. I'm guessing what he's saying is that's how many hours you would have done in those 8 days versus doing 70 hours within that 8 days as well too.
Yeah.
Okay, remember you're gonna get your time back. So
if
whatever
you get
that
off
time back it's when you get that time back and then you do your 8th day, I guess you're adding on the extra. I can't do quick math.
Yeah, if you go out on your 10 on the money every single day on your 10-hour cycle, you can do more in that 8 days versus that set. 8 times 8, 64, right? So, yeah. So if you do 8 hours a day times 8, 64. If you run off your 10s for that 8 days, then well, hell, you'll be out of hours at 70 or day 6
That's
at that point.
cheating, J squared. That's cheating.
Or just put your wife in the truck.
Allegedly, that's cheating.
So, I'm guessing my wife really likes you today, country. She's already texted me a couple times saying that she loved all 4 of us on here, man. She thought it was really good.
The prime chick, Miss Mother Trucker.
Is it BLC?
The prime chick, Miss Mother Trucker. Is it the prime chick, Miss Mother?
Yeah, Miss Mother Trucker. Miss Mother Trucker has a YouTube channel.
I'm still as confused. I'm still confused at what this BLC thing is. So
the prime
BLC
chick.
I'm going to tell you guys. Listen to me. BLC is another company that's off of Prime. They haul Prime trailers. It's a guy that bought a fleet of trucks and he works off of Prime basically and went off on his own.
The Prime
Miss Mother
chick,
Trucker.
Miss
Mother Trucker works for Prime, but she left Prime and went to BLC, even though BLC is the same company.
Who the hell is Miss Mother Trucker?
So she didn't.
She's got a YouTube channel.
She never left Prime.
Technically, yeah.
So technically,
Um,
she never left Prime then.
Miss Mother Trucker's got her own channel. She's got quite a few subs, buddy. She's bigger than you, I bet.
It don't take much to be bigger than my channel because I don't. Like the fuck, I ain't
So
all these
Midlife
random ass
says-
names. Because I hear Mother Trucker, I'm thinking of Alex. I'm like, who the fuck is Miss Mother? His wife don't do YouTube.
Yeah. Midlife says that's how many hours you can do if you reset and bust hump. Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So Alaska Hall says, or leave the wife at home and use her CDL and run teams.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, OTR Vic's
Yeah, I was
agreeing
gonna
with me.
say-
So it's similar to Wilson Logistics. Wilson Logistics is
Yeah, I
another
was
one
gonna
that
say Wilson
started off with
Logistics
Prime.
was,
Yeah.
mhm.
BLC did the same thing.
Are they their own?
Gotcha.
Are they their own thing now, Wilson Logistics? Because I haven't heard about them being connected to Prime in
I
quite a
think
while.
Wilson Logistics got bought out by was it the Black Trucks? Was it Ashley Furniture? I can't remember. They got bought out by somebody. They just
I
got
went
bought
to
out.
TikTok yesterday. I was scrolling through TikTok yesterday, and on my For You page, I don't know who this person was. I don't follow her or nothing, but she said, it's like somebody reported me to my company. She said, because y'all know I do OnlyFans on the side for extra money in my truck. So someone reported me to my company yesterday, and now I got fired. I'm stranded thousands of miles away from home. I was
She's
like,
got
who the
enough
fuck are-
money to make it home.
Well, she said I do OnlyFans on the side, so her main source of money was trucking. But I'm like, who the fuck are you anyway?
that
You don't
means
look.
she
That,
must have been- she must have
I
been
said,
doing a good-
I'm thinking to myself, who the fuck are you anyway? Because you don't look that hot to me for OnlyFans. But I read through the comments. Someone said 2 videos back, you'll see the truck, and even though it was barely seeing any stripes, it's obvious who you was with. So I went back. She was climbing up in the truck. She's a thick girl, not my thing. And she anyway, she was climbing into her truck. She's trying to shake. No, she wasn't my thing. But just cause she was proportioned like funny is like weird. Anyway, the stripes he was talking
So
about, it was a
she's not
Martin.
well
It was.
proportioned, is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is she wasn't my type. But the stripes on the side of the truck, it was a Martin truck. Obviously, it was a Martin truck. So somebody got her ass fired from Martin.
So
We're doing
he
only-
J Square just agreed. Yeah, Ashley bought the dry side van out. So Midlife Trucker says now she has more times for OnlyFans.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I also saw TikTok yesterday. Same day, I'm just scrolling through. All of a sudden, my main account got trucking content on there. So there was just someone had her phone on the windshield right here, just recording her backing into a dock, talking about she had to back off the road, 2-lane road. They was out there stopping traffic for her. She had to back in. And I left her comments like, listen, even though she had the word dash cam like on the screen, I told her, I was like, listen, it's obvious it's not a dash cam because your phone is on your phone mount on your windshield. And when you made that 90-degree back just now, we saw a bright orange trailer along with those orange highway roads on your fenders. So be very careful, driver. I've seen drivers get let go for less while I've been here. Stay safe, fellow pumpkin driver.
I hear they're out there firing you for even having your headset on.
Drive through.
Yard, so.
Yeah, drive through the main gate with a headset on. You're done instantly. So,
I
yeah.
think you can never. I know we talked about this plenty of times, country, but I feel like sometimes.
you can keep your opinion to yourself. I keep mine. I got to, like I mentioned, that guy that person who posted on Facebook got fired because I was like, listen, you ain't got to like the rules, but if you're with a company, you're accepting those rules. You just got to be smart enough not to get caught.
You're right. Their rule. I mean, it's their authority, their rules.
You
So
want
you
your
got
own
somebody-
authority?
You got somebody else after you here now. Midlife Trucker says 18 has time for OnlyFans. He's not doing any content for trucking. Sorry, you had to say it.
Man, Midlife, not you too, man. I just
Just-
posted a
just-
video just a couple days ago.
Yeah. So the next one will be in 12 months.
Be funny. I'm going to work next week, so I got.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a good comment or a bad comment. When is Trucker Todd going to join? So I asked Trucker Todd yesterday. It's either yesterday or
JL
this
is
morning.
here too, man.
He said in a week or so he'll come on one of the lives. Is
I
what he
still
said.
don't know who the hell that is.
Trucking with JL, he has he's at least he also has a SFI truck at
Good evening,
SFI as
guys.
well,
Hearing
too.
from other SFI truckers, first time watching the live. Now we glad you showed up. We try to do lives every Friday at 8:00. Haven't done any on Wednesdays like we used to. Just timing, trying to figure out what the next move is and how we're going to get things going.
You know,
I feel like
and
I feel like I
also while we're
recognize
on
that
this, because
name.
I want to get some of this heat off of me as well too. Jill,
Nope.
you haven't posted anything in a while as well too. When's your next video coming out, man?
Who's
I want
that?
to see some. Trucking with JL.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
he's leased on the to Snyder as well too.
I'm actually subscribed to him. I didn't even know I was. I've actually
Hmm.
watched him. Oh,
Yeah, I just clicked it because he looked familiar. I'm not subscribed, but last I saw a video, last one was like a month ago. But that name looked
I
familiar.
know.
That's
I've
why I clicked
watched
it.
this guy many a times. Yeah, he was. I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember.
I like his content, man. He needs to put out some more too.
God,
I don't
he's been
know.
with Schneider over 3 years. You know that?
I didn't.
He's still with
Like I, s-
Schneider.
like I said, the name sounded familiar. That's why I clicked his profile.
He's
Just
life of a company driver, over the road, and trucking adventures of some info. So obviously he was a company
hold on.
driver.
Oh yeah. Yes, I'm looking at his thumbnails now. Yes, yeah, he's got that strong Bronx accent. I don't know where he's from, but yeah, I have. When I was doing my research for SFI, I watched him a lot then. Are you still? He got that black truck. Are you still with Schneider?
Yeah, he's got that black truck. It looks like a month ago he was with Schneider. So very busy with house stuff and family business is what he says.
Yeah.
Barry Power says, I see 18 finally posted video to his channel.
Yeah.
Did you watch it or
Yeah.
you just saw it? You ain't gonna tell me. You ain't gonna
I
sit here and
watched the
fight me
whole
unless
damn
you don't
thing.
watch it.
Yeah,
Still here
uh,
today. Oh, good.
Barry,
still
make
there.
sure you watching it, man.
Yeah, because I remember asking him because he's talking about how when he first got his truck, he's talking about the numbers. I was like, bro, I was getting ready to do mine. I remember asking him, with the numbers being so close, why not get a brand new one? I think it had something to do with down payment or something. But yeah, I remember the guy. Well, when he finally posts, yeah, I do watch his videos.
JL, you want to come on live with us? I got spot for another person. I'll send you a link if you would like to come on live. You being an
Yeah,
SFI driver and a Schneider guy.
we ought to just name this stream "Open Invitation" to anybody and everybody.
That's
The
right.
fuck?
You
I'm
said
not the social butterfly you are.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You just
No,
don't know
I'm
it.
not.
You just don't know
No.
it.
No.
See, he watched it and he
Hang
liked
on.
it. He said,
I just
I
realized my
appreciate
window's
that,
down.
Barry.
I
I'll
got
make
people
another
trying to sleep.
video
Let
just for
me
you, man.
just
And it
Midlife
wasn't
Trucker said your
short.
video was too short.
It was not short. It was like almost damn near 30 minutes or something. It's like 20-minute video, man. It's pretty long.
Let the man talk.
he must have watched the trailer, the 30-second one.
Man, you guys are just gonna keep ruining me over
Not
and
putting
over
you on
and
the
over
spot.
again with this damn video thing. Man.
Not
I'm
putting you on
telling
the
you, man.
spot, JL, but if you really do want to come on sometime, email me or text me or whatever, man. Oh, man. We'll get the social butterfly going there.
Nope, not this guy.
That ought to be your. That's what
Hey,
I'm
you
going to do.
always
I'm
got
going to get a.
questions. You always got questions to ask too. It might be a good opportunity to ask him some questions since he's been at Schneider a lot longer than you have. So
What did you just say? And who you talking to?
you,
What about? I wouldn't listen to you at all.
I
What
I
did you
was,
just want
say?
to get a big butterfly and put it on Country's truck.
No, that's going to be my next T-shirt design.
Social
I'm not
butterfly.
I'm not a social butterfly.
I like
What's
it.
butterflies?
I'm
Shut
gonna
up,
have a butter.
Linda.
I'm gonna have a side like a sidewall of a mountain with a little crack in it. I'm gonna have a little butterfly
Shut up,
inside the
Linda.
crack, peeking out. Now, what did you say, AT? You still haven't answered my question. What were you saying to me?
I was saying it would be a good opportunity since JL's been at Schneider a lot longer than any of us have been to ask him some questions and stuff like that.
I don't have any questions about Schneider.
Well, I was just saying, you never know.
If this was 8 months ago, I'd ask all kind of. But I don't have any questions about Schneider. I don't want to say I know everything, but because I mean, what I don't know, I think I don't know, or I don't know, I don't know. So I can't say I know everything, but I feel like I know enough.
God, I'm trying to remember my text number. Hold on here a second.
So you don't want to put your public number out there? Come on, man. Put your public number out there.
There
Why
it
would
is.
he do that?
Because he's a social butterfly.
Well, I've had some crazy people in the past, as you guys know.
Nah,
I've had
nope.
to boot some people off.
You don't want his ex to get his real number, and next thing you know, she's come blowing up
Yeah,
his
don't get
phone.
me divorced here, buddy. There ain't no ex. Um, so he said actually he wants to come on. So last oh, by the way, Barry
Put it
said you're
on the
editing.
screen.
You're
Put the phone
you're
number on the
editing.
screen.
I just texted it. It's
Yeah,
on there.
it's on the screen. Yeah, shoot him a text
Oh,
there,
okay.
Jay. Oh, come on.
I will say
Come on.
18's editing skills are fire.
They are. He did a good job. He did a good job on the
Not
video.
a bad
He just
thing.
doesn't do enough of them.
Not a bad thing. Just curious to see how he's doing. Been out of the game for a while. Huh. What's that all about?
I will say 18's editing skills
Oh,
are fire.
Trucker Todd. Trucker Todd. He's asking about Trucker Todd.
I would love to have Trucker Todd up here, bro. I would love
I'm
to pick
I'm
his
working
brain as
on it.
well too. You know, so
I'm working on it. He
that'd be
watches
dope.
all these videos too, so he his spirits are a lot better. He was a little bit in the dumps here for the last couple of weeks because he didn't know how he was going to get started, and anyway, he found a company to go to. He had some difficulties. I don't want to go into a lot of his personal stuff, but he had a lot of difficulties getting a company to look
Listen,
at him. He
I'm
finally
just
got a
glad
company.
that he's finally.
Yeah, I am too.
You know, he's got the ball rolling. He's finally where he is. And if he comes on a Friday on one of the Friday lives, I'd like to for him to come in and say, "Good Friday evening, it's Trucker Time."
Yeah,
That'd be kind of hilarious, man. He's a really cool dude. All things considered, he's a really cool dude, and I'm glad that he's back in a truck. He's
I
back
am
on
too,
that
man.
two wheels. So
I am too. Unfortunately, he's probably going to have to do what he's doing for a couple of months, maybe a year, until he can get into a better company. I
yeah, you
don't
got
think
to
this
start
company.
somewhere. So
Yeah, I don't think this company he's working at's treating him all the best. But like I said, everything that he talks about is on his YouTube, so it's not like I'm saying something that's not already out there, anyways.
hmm
But still, the coach and Cooper thing, man, just actually cracks me up with what's going on with those guys.
Turd pushing content. That's what I call it.
I honestly thought him and Stewart had a good thing going, the way they talked and stuff, and then they just disappeared from the face of the earth, and about the same time period, James Best and all those guys just disappeared too. I used to love to watch James Best.
Why did
He
you
can shoot.
you sounded so southern just now? It was like around the same time period. Like what the fuck? You enunciating the I as hard as you did. I don't know how. I
I
don't know
mean,
why.
he's
Just
from. I
a
mean,
li-
he lives in the
I'm just
South,
saying
so
a little
shoot.
twang came out, but it was only with the word time.
From,
Everything else is normal, but time came
I'm
out
from
so freaking
I'm,
weird. I don't know
I'm
why.
from I'm from Kentucky, buddy. So what do you expect?
I'm just
We
saying.
shoot videos
Listen,
like
I'm from Appalachia, my damn self. I'm just saying how that sentence, that one word, time, sounds so damn funny to me. I don't know why. It just did. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
That's
Time.
all he's saying.
I'm sending the link to. He wants to come on now, so I'm sending him the
He
link.
can shoot videos now. I know he had GoPros. Who has GoPros? Who are you talking about?
Talking about
My
you, because your
my
videos are good.
my
Oh,
MMA. I'm at 2,300 on my
oh.
MMA. I'm about to wipe all that shit out here in a couple months. About another month.
That's funny because that's about what I've got, about 27 in mine, and I just wiped out 1,400 of it.
So
Yeah.
in the meantime, I want to talk about something. So I'm in a little bit of a dilemma here, right?
All right.
Lord.
I am not a big fan of recaps on drives, and my truck has recaps on drives. Should
Mhm.
I just wear them out,
Wear them
leave it
out.
until or get them replaced as soon as possible? I want to know what the chat thinks.
Here's the thing. Well, here, okay, I'll tell you my opinion while we're waiting on the chat come through. Is we know not if, but when a recap's going to go out on you.
Mm-hmm.
And where are you going to be when that happens? Are you going to be in a convenient spot to have someone come out? And then are you going to change them all that same day? Or are you going to or are you going to do just one and get down the road? I mean,
Right.
I think, remember when KO got his truck, he had to go through like 3 or 4 of them before he finally got them all replaced. He didn't do them all at one time. He did like 4 of them, 4 like over time. But my opinion, just to avoid the headache and the downside on the side of the road or at a truck stop or wherever you're going to be, I mean, if you have the numbers, if you got the finances to do it, I'd say go ahead and get the bitches put on now, and just have those stored at your house for spares. I
James is the
It
James'
depends on your
opinion is
foundation.
definitely the opposite of what you saying. 'Cause he's telling me I should just run him out, and then change him whenever. But
I'm
see,
just saying it depends on
that's
it
another
depends on
situation that I don't want to be in. Is where I'm just replacing one tire here, one tire there, one tire here, one tire
and
there.
I agree. I mean, so that's why I said it depends on your finances, what position you're in. Can you do it? If you can, I'd say
Well,
do
I
it.
can't
If you
do it
can't,
right now,
I,
but I'm
I
pretty
got
much
I got an
like
idea
in a
for you.
month from now, I should be able to do that. No problem.
I got an idea for you. You want to hear my idea?
What's your idea?
As you have the money, buy one tire at a time. Find a
one
place to
tire.
keep them. No, just I mean seriously.
It's
Buy
Oh, you mean
one,
cheaper to buy a
store it.
set.
Okay, gotcha.
store it. Yeah,
Yeah.
store it. And once you have all the money for all the tires, either get them replaced or maybe you have 6 out of the 8 tires that you need. And when the recaps blows, then you can put the 6 on and buy 2 more immediately to have all of them done at once. That way you can have them all done at one time. That's the best way to do that, in my opinion. Just save, save your money. Either save your money or buy one tire at a time and store them. Either way.
What's the chat saying? Let's go to the comments.
Trucker Todd, I sent him some GoPros. Okay.
Oh, that was very generous of you.
I want to know how to find James Best, the right way to truck. Why don't you put it on here so I'll know?
Yeah,
I'm trying
link
to
in the comments so we can go check it out.
recaps have become more dependable from Tom. You can sell the recaps and recoup some of the investment.
Yeah.
J Squared, I refuse to run recast, but some of the new tires are blowing apart just as bad as recaps. So well, I mean that's true. Brand new versus recast. I mean, if it's put together badly, it's put together badly, whether it's new or not. Big Ass has replaced them, cause airbags, lines, fitting, mud flaps. You can sell them to some places too. I mean, also think about how much if one of them does go bad during that month that you're trying to save money. What other damages are you going to do? Knock a fender off, knock a mud flap off,
right?
And you know something else? You know something else too that really surprises me is that Love's advertises their recaps with a lifetime guarantee. Now, tell me how that works. You blow a tire, they replace it every single time.
I don't know.
Shoot,
yes, we're all aware, Nicole. Your husband is a diva.
That's
right.
A new business
Absolutely.
strategy. That could become a new business strategy because I mean,
all right,
that sounds a lot like the Harbor Freight situation right there.
There's JL.
JL, good evening, man. How you doing?
All right, good. Let me get this a little better here. Let's see.
There's that accent. Hot damn. Where you from? I forget, man. It's been so long since I've seen the video.
I say New Jersey or Pennsylvania.
New Jersey, the Bronx, or somewhere, right?
Yeah, originally from New York, the Bronx.
I was born in the Bronx. Man. Shout out to my fellow Bronx brother right there.
Live in Florida now, so
3 out of the 4 people here live in Florida.
Yeah,
we both live in Florida.
Where you at? North, South, or Central Florida?
I'm in Central. Above, I'm by Daytona area.
Oh, okay,
you're not too far from
you're
me.
Pretty much right where we're all at.
I'm in like the Melbourne area.
Yeah.
Good deal, man. So you've been with Schneider the whole time, huh?
Yeah, I was a company driver. I used to drive locally up in Jersey. So I'm an automotive technician. So I moved to Florida and I couldn't really find good work driving. So I decided, how you guys know how it is when you're off the road for a while. It's hard to get back into to trucking because they want previous years of driving. So I hit Schneider up and they say, yeah, come over. So I went originally for 6 months and I wind up staying there almost 3 years as a company driver.
I was with the company for 15 months. Actually, yesterday was my 2-year anniversary. October 24th, 2022 is when I had orientation for a company in Green Bay. And then February 5th of this year is when I went from owner company to IC, went back to Green Bay and got my truck.
Yeah, I have followed you. I follow you, and not all the time. I'm gonna be honest. I do go to YouTube, but
yeah.
You know, I'm not all the time on the YouTube. You know, same thing with
Right.
James. I seen your videos before also. You know,
Yeah, I mean, hell, we don't. I mean, it's like sometimes we're dog tired when we park. We lay down and go to sleep. You know, if I'm watching YouTube, of course, I got a whole lineup that comes up. But I'll watch as
yeah.
many as I can until I fall asleep. But I gotta say, if I don't get you that day, odds of me getting backtracking is tough. But you know, I do what I can just to try to support everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I've been
mean,
missing your content, man. Waiting for you to post another video because you got some quality, good information every single time, man. So
yeah,
it's been a while.
I try, man. Believe me, and I do have, you know, some content, because I work on the truck, you
Hmm.
know.
And it's funny you mentioned that because when I was just looking at your profile a minute ago, I noticed about a month ago your second to last video was how to replace your drive shocks, and I'm getting to the point to where I'm getting ready to replace them.
o-
I've been calling around getting quotes, so I'm gonna watch that video.
Okay,
If it's not that difficult, then I'll probably do it myself. But I'm not a mechanic at all, bro.
it's
They're
not
not.
that hard, but I could
They're
tell you
not that
something.
hard.
Go ahead, tell
Um,
me.
I got in the videos. In the video, I got the Monroes, right? Monroe shocks.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't get that.
Go get
They
Monroe.
only
Okay.
they lasted me um maybe 2 weeks.
God,
2
I
weeks.
wish I would have. I wish I would have gotten you first because I just put 6 brand new Monroes on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but
What
they,
shocks did you put?
I took them back because I bought them from the dealer. I took them back to the dealer, and I
Okay.
got the OEs original. You know, it's like
OEMs, yeah.
it's about $60 difference. Those were like 40 something each. Uh, the
Wait, hold on.
original ones they
What's
You mean 140 something, right?
for the
My Monroes were 110, 120.
if you look at your shocks, right? The OEM shocks. I kid you not. They're made by Monroe. They'll have the
yes,
Monroe
yes,
stamp
they
on
are
them.
made by Monroe, but it's a difference. You know,
Yeah, different brand or
I,
different model.
I'm telling you, look, as a technician, automotive technician, and you could
Hmm.
talk to, speak to other, when it comes to diesel, the truck, and all that stuff, I'm not really familiar. I could work on everything, because I'm mechanically inclined. I've done cars, worked on cars, but I know for sure that Monroe shocks, they give you a softer ride. They give you a nice ride. The problem is you get a heavy load, like what happened to me, and there goes your shocks. They start leaking.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
got you.
they will tell you because the dealer. I went back to the dealer. If they sweat, and they're coming out a little bit of fluid, it's okay. But if they just don't, they don't, they're supposed to have pressure, right? If they just collapse as soon as you take them out and they just whoop, they're no good. That means all the fluid came out, you know.
You said
So
so. What since you automotive technician, what kind of cars were you working on? Any cars, all kind of cars? Was there a specific brand that you used to work on?
I did pretty much everything. I did 5 years with the Ford and Lincoln Mercury.
Okay.
But then after that, I did everything. I done everything, But it's been a while, It's been a few years now since I've been off the shop,
Hmm.
turning wrenches. But I did own a shop for 5 years. So
I got an Acura that needs a motor swap. I need another buddy to help me do that one of these days, man.
what you got there? What's that?
Oh man,
Well,
what is that?
I'm responding to Alaska so he can see that yes, because he asked me, is that a fucking fab? I'm like, yep, that's the flavor it is, fucking fab.
Fat vape. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, no, the vape is Geek Bar, but this is a flavor called fucking fab. This is another flavor, frozen strawberry, and I got a couple more laying around here, but
So, JL, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Why Schneider?
I could go. I have heard country talk about it.
hold up, I motivated you. What?
No. What you have said in your videos is,
Okay.
the amenities, the stuff that Schneider has. I do go to those OCs.
I'm
Those are
not
my
Yeah.
gonna lie.
shop,
Those
and they are
amenities are
they
fucking sweet,
they
bro. I'm
they
not
are
gonna lie to you guys.
strategically placed in right places.
Uh huh.
So
Yeah.
I do take advantage of that. I really use that. If I on my hours, I know I got 30 minutes. I know I will go to an OC and I will find place to park. So
Yeah.
that's one of the things. The
The
washing the
amenities,
clothes and all that.
the amenities you get, you're absolutely right. It's a huge perk for being with them. And I still say all the time, I mean, Schneider is a really good company to be with. My biggest problem right now, we're going through this load board issue right now. And we have been
Yeah.
for months, and we're all trying to survive and hang on. And every now and again, we'll be able to chain gang together a few great loads. But the majority of the time, it's just abnormal loads. And we're hanging on, waiting for this magical change supposed to happen, right? So
Yeah,
we'll see how it pans out.
I received an email 2 days ago, and said go in. You're gonna be able to. Honestly, I cannot get into that new to the new pilot load, and
Yeah, I
according
haven't
to
got
them,
the.
it's been going on and going on, but never pops up.
Well,
So
I mean, from what I was told, I haven't got any emails from them at all about it. I don't think. I don't know which email they would have sent it to, but anyway, I was told what they're doing is they're adding people to it gradually. Right
yeah,
now, I think they said there was like 300 people on it.
They're doing the split
Um,
thing.
oh, here,
I know
is this
what
it?
you're talking about.
They,
They're
yeah,
doing
they don't
that
want to
split
Well,
overload. They don't want to
Yeah,
overload.
they don't want to break their system exactly. So they don't want to break the daggone new system. So they're bringing everybody. They don't want to put everybody. They're stress testing the damn system. What they're doing.
yeah.
But we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know when I'll have access to it or if I'll have access to it. But we'll figure that shit out when the time comes. I reckon.
Uh,
Now, how long you had your SFI truck now, JL?
I'm going. What is it? A year. February will be 2 years. So this is a used
year
truck.
and a half. You're halfway through it already.
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm halfway.
Okay.
I don't got. I mean, what I got? I got for about 7 months more or 8 months, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't
Okay.
seen the sour one in Alaska, but I have tried the orange one and the bigger one. The orange is good.
So
Yeah,
what
this.
has been any hiccups that you've had with your truck? It's been smooth, other than minor stuff, or
Besides smacking that daggone wall on that dock you was in that one day. Remember when you know what I'm talking about? You was like very close to a wall. You opened your door and smacked the shit out of it.
Oh
Like your
yeah,
second,
yeah.
it was like your second low with that truck. You was like, damn it, I just got this damn truck and I'm already tearing it up.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I went to this place. The bottom was sitting. Oh,
Yeah.
I take pride on my truck. I keep it clean.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. I'm one of those guys. You're gonna see me shining the hood. Cleaning it up.
Hell, every gearhead I've ever seen is the same way. Every mechanic, every wrencher who loves to put the wrench time in to work on their vehicles, they have immaculate vehicles always. Every single one of them.
I
Hey,
try
do
my
me a
best.
favor. Do me a favor, guys. The Right Way to Truck said he posted a link to James Best's channel, but he said
it.
I didn't see it either. He said it was under where I said 1,500 to 3,000 a week.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
because unless you're a mod, you cannot post links in YouTube chat. It won't let you. It might show it on his end, but it won't. YouTube won't let you. So if you want to make him a moderator, that's up to you.
No, you see that phone. You see that phone number that came up in the comments. Text the link to that phone number.
I'm gonna just make him a moderator. Shit.
Yeah. YouTube won't. Yeah, YouTube won't. I mean, you got to just trust whoever you decide to give that wrench to. You got to trust them. Hell, I ain't even got a wrench.
Hey,
do
with
I?
a wrench comes great
you do.
responsibility.
Yeah.
Hey, I do. Hey, but I also got that membership star. Hey, click that join button to be a member of James's channel. Be a fly rabbit.
I actually forgot about that. So do me a favor, Right Way to Truck. Post it again. I put you as a moderator. I want to see it.
So, JL, what area? You live in Florida. What area, what lanes do you like to run mostly?
I'm being honest. I'll go with the money's at.
Yeah.
I respect that. Respect that.
If you follow the videos, I usually deadhead. there's only a few places you could find a low, decent load in Florida. That would be Palaca, Perry, which what's his name? KO used to go a lot.
Yeah, you go get that Stay Puff. What's that? That Stay Puff place. Yeah.
That's what I'm on. I'm on one of those loads right now. If it's
You heading
not
up
that,
to you heading up to Indiana?
yeah, going to Indiana. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay.
Super Puff. Yeah.
If it's not that, you gotta go to Georgia.
Got Deadhead.
Yeah,
Savannah,
McDonough, Fort
like
Wentworth.
that,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I do-
pretty much every owner operator, no matter what company you are, if you live in Florida, 9 times out of 10, you're deadheading out because it just doesn't make financial sense to pull any load out of Florida.
Yeah.
Or at least if it's not like a short haul that's just gonna pay for fuel to send you over to the areas that you would normally go to get the right freight, like Savannah and stuff like that. Because the loads in Florida, they were paying what $1.50, almost 99 cents a mile. They want you to go to California or some crap like that. And who's
Screw
gonna
that.
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
gonna do that? It's not happening. It'll sit there until the White Volvo Mafia either picks it up or something.
Yeah.
It's always easy to get to Florida. That's for sure.
Oh man.
Yeah.
One thing about it, man, you can always find a load home in any state whatsoever when it comes to Florida, man. You can always find a load coming home.
Yep. And it's a good paying rate too, so it offsets that crappy shit getting out.
It all depends.
So I finally got James Best back. I can watch him. I listen to him when I do a lot of nighttime driving and there's nothing on, man. He does a live video for usually 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, something like that.
James Best.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Is that
Yeah,
that was it used to be in Schneider years ago? Is that
Years ago. Yep, that's him. Yep,
I
he
don't
started at Schneider. He's got his own authority now, but him and his buddies, they do like what we're doing, have a bunch of people on. He'll sit in his basement and drink all night long while he's doing his lives. He's funny
Yeah.
once he gets drunk.
Dang, I should have bought me some beer.
He's funny.
Yeah, I
man.
know.
So
Yeah,
what's so do you have your plans with Schneider? Is it long term or short term? After you pay the truck off, you plan on sticking around, or you plan on doing your own thing, or going to a different company?
I still don't know. I will try to stick around, but no idea yet. I'm just taking it day by day.
Yeah. How
Yep.
you doing? How do you think you're doing so far? Are you just maintaining, or are you getting up there, or
Are you living,
No.
brother? Are you living?
you living, or you just
I'm
trucking?
okay. I was just off a whole week. I go home.
There you go.
I go 3 to 5 days, and I stay home. Every time I go out for 2 weeks, sometimes 1 week. But I have managed. I did have a rough time at the beginning, and then there's some patches here and there.
Mhm.
But I still haven't had to take money out of the other than I did take a vacation and I went to South America, but apart from that I haven't used none of the except for tires. I haven't used the maintenance account and the money that I have saved for special occasions or whatever. Only
Yeah.
once I used it.
Hey,
I'm
so they,
able to make the truck payment
Mhm.
and a little more. So I just came out today because this load was supposed to come out yesterday, but they pushed it out for this morning. So with this load and another load that I have booked, for like around $1,300, I will still be bringing home about $600.
Put that phone
So
on silent, James.
those are like my low weeks. So I do take home anywhere from $1,200 to $2,200, $2,400, $2,600 a week.
hey, when it comes to numbers,
But-
as long as you're comfortable and you're supplying what you need to supply, that's all that matters. Because everybody's perspective of numbers are different. So, as long
Yeah,
as you're
yeah,
pleased, man, as long as you're surviving and doing what you need to do, taking care of your responsibilities, your family, whatever, having fun, that's all that matters, man.
Exactly.
That's good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
The only thing I could say is I do put miles. I put miles in this truck, because I just try not to stay, you know, in a place waiting for a load, you know, to the next day, because
Yeah.
you know, anything that comes in that low board and you're waiting for it, you just missed it for a few minutes or seconds, and that's it, it's gone.
It's gone. Yep.
There's been
We
a
already
number of
know the wives
times.
are at home on the computer waiting to click on that button too. So
Yeah, there's been
Yes.
many times that I was like, let me just favorite this. I'll come back to it in just a few minutes. Sure enough, it's gone. Like tonight before this live, I had 4 of them that I was keeping my eye on. I went to go look at them, see if any of them were still there. No, they were all gone. I was like, some bitch. Because I'm looking for a follow up tomorrow in Columbus after I drop this off, and trying to find something on a Saturday is hard as hell. So,
Oh yeah.
hey, James,
The
we
weekend,
got
forget
a
about it.
question in the
Oh.
comments.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
know,
read these
James?
comments. Read these comments. God damn.
Put the phone on silent.
What happens when you don't have any money left in your maintenance account at SFI? Is it on you to come up with the money for repairs? I don't know. I've never ran into that problem. I've always had money in my account.
I'll tell you what.
I would say
I'll tell you
yes.
what. Well, I mean, I'll tell you what. When my first week, I had to get a new windshield. First week, I was so pissed off. I went to, and this is before I knew Gerber, the insurance thing, before I knew all about that. So I went to Carlisle, Pennsylvania. And I had them replace it, and I only had what $100 in the MMA account at the time. The windshield replacement cost me $400. My MMA was negative like $300 for a couple of weeks till I got cut up. So they paid it out of my MMA into the negative. But that
I
was
would
only a
think
couple
they
hundred.
would always pay it because technically it's really their truck.
I would think so. I would hope so. But I mean, that was just a couple $100. Who knows what that negative limit is going to be? When will they say no?
Yeah, I would say
So,
that will go. You know, every individual go. You know, every truck might be a little different. Because I
Yeah,
could tell
they have their
you,
favorites, that's for sure.
yeah, you know, I could tell you. I don't have to. I don't call them for anything. You know, if I'm running short, anything like that, they just put it like what country's saying. You know, and then it goes in the following week. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that to a certain extent, certain level or whatever, they'll probably, you know, if you go to the shop,
There's
the
probably
problem
like
is
a threshold. Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
they probably got
Threshold you gotta
something,
get
you know.
to. Pretty much,
But
they
again,
red
then
file.
let's say you
get
take it
red
to their own
filed, I
shop,
guess.
you have to wait. That's the only thing I could see is like if you take it to the OC,
OC, yeah.
you may have to wait, you know, until they get to it, you know.
And that's the
But,
It all
one of the
depends on the
biggest
OC
things.
as well too, because not all OC works on owner operator trucks.
Yeah, like Charlotte's not allowed because they're an SFI branch. They focus on SFI. I will never go to Atlanta unless I have absolutely no choice. Screw Atlanta. But for me, Indianapolis, Wilmer, and West Memphis are the best OCs.
West Memphis, yes.
Yep.
I like that.
Wilmer,
I think that-
Wilmer's
nice
number
little
one.
lake
Wilmer's
that's
number
across the
one on
street
my
to walk
list.
around.
West Memphis, yep, not bad. And I like Indianapolis too. Those are the three, big three in my opinion.
I like West
Yeah.
Memphis because the casino's right there.
There you go.
Love that fucking casino.
You know the Pennsylvania, what's that?
Carlisle.
OC in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Carlisle.
Yeah, they don't. For the past, I want to say 6 months or more, they don't work on owner operators trucks.
That's a nice
Wow.
terminal they got. up
According
there
to
as well,
them, they
too.
too busy, you know.
Well, I stopped going to Carlisle. I was in Carlisle about 6 weeks ago, and when I sat there and watched this lady drop a freaking a knife on the floor, bend over, pick it up, and start cutting up again, I was like, "Whoa, stop, 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 stop!" She went, "Well, it's not your." She said, "It's not your sandwich." I'm like, "They don't fucking matter. It's not my sandwich. You just dropped that knife on the floor, picked it up, went back to chopping." So then she went ahead and dumped that whole plate of tomatoes, onions, and all that shit down in the trash can and was huffing and puffing at me. I was like, I don't even want my fucking food. Just give me a refund. She
Which
didn't say a
terminal was
word.
that?
She was
Carlisle?
huffing. Carlisle. I posted it in my I
disgusting.
posted it in my Facebook group. This is about 6-7 weeks ago, and then not 2 days ago, somebody in my group commented, said, "I know I'm late on this post, but I literally just watched the same damn thing."
Well,
It happened to them too.
She
So
can't
I
be
say,
still working there, can she?
I mean, don't anybody take offense to it, but there are a bunch of Mexicans who don't speak English. They're from third world countries who think that's just normal. It's not. We got health department rules here. They think it's fine. It's not fine.
We got rules and regulations. We got OSHA that got our back.
Yeah, so they thought
And
I
you know
was being
that,
the asshole.
those are independent. You know, they don't work for Schneider. So
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah,
that's
that's a
some
good way
type
to
of
lose their
contract.
contract, though. You
You know
know,
what's funny
Yeah.
though
getting people
is
sick.
you know what's
It's a good
funny
way to
is
lose your contract.
you go to Carlisle, you go to Charlotte, you go to Indianapolis, you go to Atlanta. Nobody speaks English. They're all freaking bunch of Spanish ones, right? But you go to Indianapolis, well, no, not Indianapolis, but you go to West Memphis. You got Americans there. You got. Hey, and I love this one. I can't remember her name, but she's an older black woman. I love the hell out of her. She every time I come in, she's like, "Hey, baby," you know.
At which OC?
West Memphis.
West Memphis is a
But,
nice
yeah,
one. Yeah.
but even in Gary, Indiana, you got some brothers working there. I'm like, yeah, what up? No, and then you go to Wilmer, where you think you would have Spanish, you got brothers and sisters working
Yeah, you
there. I'm
got
like, what
brothers
the
and sisters
hell?
down in Wilmer. Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah,
they
I was
make a
like,
mean. Hey, they make a mean breakfast down there in Wilmer.
they make a mean ass. They make a mean what they call the triple cheddar smash burger. Ooh, that's a
Man, they
mean
put
burger.
their foot down in that, man. I kind of miss it. Shoot, made me
No,
want to go ahead and sign up just for a week at Snyder, man.
I'm
Just to
very
go there.
hey I'm not mean to Mexicans at all, Vic. Don't get me wrong. That's what I'm saying. They're there and they don't speak English, so they don't understand what I'm saying. So that language barrier is very, very frustrating. You're my country. Learn my language. Sorry.
Yeah, but you know, a country. You know, they're not all Mexicans. You know, they're from
Okay,
other.
Spanish. You're
You
right.
gotta
You're right.
understand.
You're right.
Hey,
He's from West Virginia.
No. You
And
stop it, you
Hispanic
little.
are all Mexicans.
Okay, well, listen. You know what? You know what, everybody. Yeah, you take your Kentucky ass back to the bluegrass state. Okay, you're more so
All
shut
right,
up.
you
Just because
punta.
you live in Florida, don't mean nothing. You're right. They're not all Mexicans. They're just Spaniards. Put it that way.
Yeah, they
But
got
who
those,
I'm referring to, I mean, I wouldn't be. I'm confident. I'm confident they are Mexicans, though. To be honest.
Yeah,
I could
We
be
don't
wrong.
know.
I guess you're right. I can't say they are or not. I
As
don't
far
know.
as you know, they might be from Chile or something, buddy, or
Where?
Argentina. Chile or
Venezuela,
Argentina.
Colombia.
Well,
No.
I would still say Mexicans because they're the one. That's the country that's attached to us.
They got to
And
pass through Mexico, right?
That's more realistic.
Mm.
What year is your truck here, JL?
2021. And it has right now. I got it with 178, and I got it ready on it. Let's see. I got 393 on the speedometer there.
So you already put over 200,000
Odometer.
miles on that bus. Yeah, good job.
Yeah, I've been putting
200K in a year and a half. Holy shit, you are hauling ass.
Buddy, I got
because-
100,000 on mine, and I just got it in March, and it had nothing on it.
I got mine in February. I had 43 miles on it when I got it. I'm at 76.6. My ass ain't running 4,000 miles a week. It just ain't happening.
Hey, you gotta hustle if you want the money out here, man. I'm just saying.
There we go. Back to money. I don't give a shit about money. I'm the oddball when it comes to human beings. Honestly, I could care less about money. As long as I got enough to get what I want or do what I want, do what I need to do. I don't give a shit about money.
Well, there goes that West Virginia mindset right there, man. You guys live
No,
up
that-
in the
no,
mountains.
that-
I don't really
that-
be needing money anyways.
You gotta save some money. You gotta put some money aside. You know, we're getting older. I'm telling you.
Oh, I'm not saying I don't put money aside. I'm just saying I don't give a shit about money. I work to make money, but money, I don't think of money. I don't think about money. I don't motivate it. I don't give a shit about money. I don't. And people think I'm fucking weird as hell for saying that shit. But I don't give a shit. As long as I make what I want.
Hey, we all got our priorities. It's understandable.
Yeah, you know, we do what we can, as long as, like you're saying, you know, like you were saying before earlier, right? You know, whatever, you know. That's where we go.
You see that Ronnie and Mexicans, big boy ain't like anything.
This motherfucker.
Man
This
just wants to drive his
motherfucker.
truck and be happy.
Oh,
That's it, man.
This
That's
fucking
funny,
thing.
man.
Oh, that's funny as hell. Jarred me. I immediately busted out. Shit.
I tell you what, I'm sure you love. I'm sure you love you some tacos, man.
I never said anything about not liking fucking Mexicans, you fuckers, you assholes. I'm just saying that communication gap. I ain't trying to go to Tijuana and not learn Spanish. That's all I'm saying.
But you're just gonna have to learn how to say blowjob in Spanish. Is all you need to do, man. That way you can get your problems taken care of.
Say what? I didn't hear what you said. What'd you say?
I said you got to learn how to say blowjob in Spanish. That way you can get your problems taken care of.
How the hell is that going to solve any problem?
Take care of the problem for about 3 minutes.
No, it takes care of no problem. No.
You ever heard
Not
of
at all.
clarity?
Well, you might want to get in the truck with either
Nope. Stop
Coach
that
or
sentence.
Beacon.
Stop that fucking sentence right there. Stop. You're going down the wrong damn rabbit hole, damn it.
Oh, man.
Dirty old truck drivers. That's a nice looking piece. I can't put my camera. Shit.
I think this is probably one of the best shows we've had, man. I
You're
say that
right.
every week, dude.
Yeah, you do say it every damn
week,
week.
man.
This was a good one tonight, man. We've had some good characters
fail,
on here.
man. I'm telling you.
You getting some
Even,
good
stuff.
stuff.
Right
even
now,
the
country.
Irishman agrees, man.
Do what?
You're getting a
Close
little bit
to
of a little bit of everything, you know.
He's telling you how to say
Mama
blowjob
Melo.
in Spanish.
I see that.
Mama Mello.
Big boy,
Hey, JL, pronounce that word correctly.
Which one? Let me see. Like what?
I want to hear it with the accent.
He hates the cold Mexican.
No, the
Which comment
OTR.
is that one?
The last one.
Brian Jess?
OTR.
No,
OTR
OTR Vic. The very last comment. It's on the screen. Look at the screen.
Oh,
I
okay,
put-
okay. I'm sorry.
Put
You
it
know,
up.
I'm new to this, man. First time.
I got
Okay. Country says, Mama Melo.
you.
Mama Melo.
Is that how you say blowjob?
Well, like, yeah, that's like, I mean, that,
I don't think
okay, you
that's
see,
Puerto
this
Rican
is what
Spanish right
Mexican
there, man.
will
That may
say
be
a different way.
Okay.
Central American people, you know, they got different dialects, you know.
It's just
I
like
got you.
English. It's a different dialect, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just compare me
But-
and country.
But when you talk to a Spanish person, you know, they would understand. You know, it's just that they will have a different way of saying it. You know.
Yeah.
How about the universal language?
Man, those guys in the comments
well.
are talking about trucking, and here we are talking.
Everybody
about
can understand
blowjobs.
visuals, right?
Freaking crazy, man. Why don't we get back to what the core of the show is?
Yeah, look at that. Yeah,
that.
we're at 30 to 19. I told you, go down the wrong
Yeah,
path,
okay.
bro.
We're getting dirty over here.
Well, maybe the guys that bumped off here are the ones that need to go with Trucker and Cooper then.
Truckers after dark, baby. What the hell?
My lord.
So Alaskan Hall says if you can average about 250 a mile and put good miles, you'll be fine. OTR.
That's a big old if.
That's
Big
Super-
old if.
if, but then that also you also have to put in consideration, not just what the mileage pay is, but how long you're gonna be sitting on that load as well too. I see a lot of people always thinking about the number of how much you're getting paid, but never think about the time it is it is on that load, because you could do you can get a great paying load paying $3,000, but if you have to sit on it for the whole week, is it really a good load?
Exactly. That's all you'll be making. So
Right.
sometimes you gotta you know, take a little bit of a pay, but continue you know, picking up loads.
Right.
I gotta say, D does bring another aspect of things that I never think would be even an issue. Why would anybody even think about it? But it comes out of D's mouth. I'm like, why is that even a thought? There's no damn way I'll take a damn trip for $250 a mile for 1,000 miles. It'll take me 4 days to do it. Ain't no
You
damn way
would
I would
be
do it.
surprised.
Regardless,
Bro, you'd be surprised.
I'm
'cause a
not
lot.
saying I'm not saying I wouldn't be. I'm just saying you bring out like
Who's got all
different
that background
different.
noise going on,
I
bro?
think it's
Somebody
I
have.
think it's you.
It's not me. I don't have anything touching anything.
There's a
Who's
noise.
typing? Is, is it you or James? Were you typing?
Hey,
Nope.
let me mute
Hang on
my.
a second.
Well, what I was saying there, D, is you bring out
JL.
other you bring out other perspectives that I don't think of. Because I'm like, why would anybody even
It's
look
definitely
at
not
that?
me.
Yeah, it's not
JL,
me.
There's a
you
clicking.
got background noise, JL. Is your truck running?
It's me?
Yeah, is your truck running?
No. Well, the truck next to me just turned on. They
Okay.
got
No.
the APU on, and it's a fridge.
I got you.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe, possibly. Well, it sounds like keys tapping or.
Yeah. You
Oh,
got
Mac.
you
I'm
got
gonna mute
headphones?
the mic. Let's see.
Yeah, it's
Well,
definitely you. You're
yeah,
the
it's what-
culprit, man. You're the culprit.
You got headphones by chance? Turn your mic
Unmute.
back on.
Turn your mic back.
Unmute.
Unmute.
You can't hear us.
Yeah, I
You can
still
hear
hear
me?
it with me being mute.
There, whatever you did, it sounds better.
Yeah, we don't hear it.
Now it came back, but you don't have headphones?
Either way,
No, he's like you, James. You don't use headphones because you don't like them.
I don't need
Yeah,
them because of what I do.
Well, I don't need them either. Neither does freaking D. We don't need
You
them.
guys, you choose to do it.
it's not whether or not you need them, but how does it? But it does make your video sound a little bit better.
Nah, I think it sounds. Yeah. I'll plug in my newer mic if you want it. Yeah, it's like the longer you don't talk, Jay, I'll say something. Yeah, it's picking up the background noise.
He's setting up his headphones right now. He's connecting his headphones.
It means he's gonna have to disconnect.
But
leave
let
the
me go
chat.
back to what we were just talking
Well,
about.
hang on,
Yes.
hold up.
He said it sounds like R2D2's having a heart attack.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. You have to kick him out and bring him back in because you got to change the microphone back in the room.
All right, I'll do it.
He's gonna have to leave and re-click the link. Yeah, like I said, you're bringing out other perspectives.
To do that real quick.
Yeah, send him a text. Yeah,
But
because he
go back
probably
into-
can't hear us. Well, yeah, we've already finished it. You're bringing up. I mean, there's something else to
I
say.
guess it was finished. I didn't know it was done. I was just saying.
Yeah, you're just bringing up perspectives I never thought of, and I don't think why anybody would think of that. Well, go ahead. Maybe you'll bring something else I don't think of. I just don't understand.
You would be surprised the amount of people that would do something like that.
Just because they see a great rate from Al, and even though it's 4 days, they think it's awesome.
A lot of people don't look at time; they just look at money.
Shit, you got to look at money. You got to look at pickup and delivery, bro, and times. You have to look at all that shit. And like I said, I didn't think anybody would not be looking at that stuff, but you pointed out, and I'm like, really?
Sometimes
Why?
Sometimes the most obvious thing would be just it'll just be that one thing that people just don't get.
I mean, I've seen quite a few loads. I'm like, shit, that $2,500 load, it'd be nice to get. Where's it going? I look at the time. I'm like, hell, 5 days. Pick up Friday, don't deliver to Wednesday? No. No, I can't do that. Then I start scheming. Is it a drop and hook or a live unload? Damn it, it's a live unload. If it was a drop and hook, I'd deliver that bitch as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a hard set scheduled for a live, I'm like, fuck. I can't cheat that system. So, yeah, I guess to me, I think people would just look at that, but I guess I'm wrong.
There you are. Actually, it's better. Can you hear us?
Well, I mean, we gotta see. He ain't got no earbuds. He ain't got a headset on.
I got earbuds.
Yeah.
Oh, you got earbuds, okay.
Yeah, you sound a lot better.
It's better?
Amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that was the problem then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hear it. I don't hear the noise either.
Mama Mello. I said that in Italian. That sounds Spanish. Mama Mello.
So they've been
That's
going
that's
over price and loads. I guess Alaska Haul does reefer. That's why his loads per mile are $250 a mile. Brian
Okay.
says that he does 275 plus into Florida, but he loses his ass going out of Florida.
Don't
Facts.
we all? Don't we
Yeah.
all?
Yeah, don't go to Florida.
I haven't
Unless
seen
if you love
Zulu
your-
make any comments in a while. I guess Zulu's gone.
Things
He's the
are-
one that always has questions.
He probably out. Let's go
Yeah.
confirmed.
Probably checked out for the rest of the night.
Still got 20 people on here. We had like 41 at one time, brothers.
I think we had 30 was the max I saw at one time. We may have
I saw
41 concurrent.
33 at one point.
No, I mean, I think we're up to like 90 total, but we had
Okay.
40 on at one time. That's one of the biggest ones we've had, if
All
not
right.
the biggest.
That's what she said.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh my lord! I thought
Uh,
I was the immature one.
bro, you don't know who I'm 47 years old in age, but mentally I'm like 12.
Hey, I got a joke for you. What does J.C. Penney's and Michael Jackson have in common?
I hear you.
Both have little boys' pants half off.
That's right.
I'm an old guy too, brother. Okay.
There's a question here for JL. How much do you put into your MMA for your 21 Cascadia?
It's I'll tell you right now, I got it right here.
So what?
It's 211. $211.
211 a week for MMA?
Yeah, he bought a used truck. It's a little bit higher on a used truck.
Yes.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes.
I'm
Yep.
145 on a brand new.
Mm.
Yeah, that's one of the differences. When you get a used truck, your MMA is higher.
Gotcha. So
Well,
Barry said, how's BLC Alaska Haul? I know Miss Mother Trucker just started with them last week, or this week, excuse me.
Jed, another question for you. Shoot, I just lost my thought.
That doesn't.
Here it is. I want your opinion. So I just recently bought a truck and it has recap tires on them, and I want to know what your opinions are on recap's tire, and if I should replace them, or should I just keep them until they run out?
I'll tell you, you keep it on as much as you can. If you see like they're coming apart or something is breaking apart, then you get rid of them. I will use it. If it's on the rear, on your drives,
Mm-hmm.
I'll use them.
On the
But
drives, yeah.
but then again, it's about you want to get stuck someplace way, that will be up to you, especially if you really want to keep them. But I will try to keep them as much as I can.
Okay, good deal. Good deal.
Yeah. The steer, you always want to, you want to have good tires on steers.
Yep, always got good virgins, proper virgins. You got any affinity for any tire brand, or it's just whatever you can get your hands on?
Well, right now, being that I'm using the Schneider discount, I'm going with the Goodyears.
Good years.
And they seem to be okay. Even when I had the company trucks, those tires did good. And this truck came with the Goodyears also. So, and they were all, they were not new, except for the steer. The steers were new. The rear, they had some miles. And one by one, they were going on me, and I just decided to replace all of them. But at least for now, the Goodyear they've been okay for me.
I've always heard some good stuff about Goodyears.
But they're expensive. They cost more money.
Yeah, well,
Schneider's discount's pretty good on them, though, aren't they?
Yes.
Like half
Those
price.
tires, they go for 800. After the Schneider discount, it's 500 and change.
Yeah.
Hang on, be right back.
So that's fine. Alaska Sky says, guys, you won't believe it, but I just saved money on my truck insurance by leaving the scene of an accident. And I think what he's trying to say is that you're asking a dumb question. Should you leave your recaps on or should you replace them? No, you drive with your recaps on. Burn those some bitches out. Worry about that later. Just like I told you, man.
Hey, listen, winter's coming up, so I'm also
Buddy,
taking
you
that
don't go above I
taking that
40 just
into
like
effect.
me, man. Don't even
It don't
stop.
matter. A little snow
don't
ain't gonna
matter.
kill me, man. I do move through the Midwest and the Southeast. That's where I make my money at. So yeah, if I'm going through the Midwest, there's definitely snow
So-
up those sides. So
Brian Jess says the burger at Rock and Brews Casino in Bremen, Oklahoma is worth the $13 it cost. Well, I spent $45 on prime rib tonight at Texas Roadhouse, and it was great. There's a question on there for you, country. Are you here or you're gone? Like he's gone.
he's gone. He said he'll be
So,
back.
Alaska
Somebody
Hall wants to know
screenshot
what
this.
Alaska Hall wants to know what BLC is. BLC
Yeah.
is that company that works off of Prime.
We have a couple of ideas of what a BLC is, but
You have a couple ideas.
Let's see.
So 18. So you're still waiting. I think I was hearing you. You're waiting to get into Landstar.
No, I'm already at. I've been already here at Landstar. What happened was I had a Schneider truck just like everybody else, and
Yes.
I turned that in when I purchased another truck.
Can y'all hear me now?
We can hear
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
The whole
Okay.
issue that I ran into was I was supposed to pick up the truck before the hurricane, but then the dealership closed down early enough so for them to prepare for the hurricane and whatnot. So I ended up picking up afterwards. And well, after I done picked up the truck, I needed they were supposed to get it registered with the state so I can get the receipt for the title application and submit it to Landstar. Whole problem was we just had a hurricane just happen, so they were backed up with getting all that stuff situated. But I'm good now. I got the news this afternoon. I got the call saying that everything is good to go. So I'm just waiting for them to overnight me my IFTA stickers on Monday, and I'll be out on the road sometime Tuesday. So
But to answer your question, Elwyn, Northeast, yeah, it is actually. But you got to realize too, even though there's a really good rates up there, you got a lot of tolls and fuel is a lot higher. So, but you run up there, you'll make good money, but you'll have higher expenses.
yeah, I believe the people who are up there, a lot of them are from a legacy.
Yeah, they are
Number or
grandfathered
something
in.
like that. They got grandfathered in, so they don't have to pay like the tolls and all that stuff as well
Right.
too. So
Yep.
yeah,
The ones that focus that area most are grandfathered in. They don't have to pay tolls. Everybody else is getting screwed.
So here, Barry put up a question. His Blue Parrot headset finally gave him issues after 4 years. What headsets do y'all use? I'll answer, and then you guys can. So I had a Blue Parrot years ago, and it lasted me for about 5 years. And then I went to a Rand McNally that lasted about 2 years. And I just recently bought another Blue Parrot because it seemed to last longer. What's your all's opinions?
I use
Oh, the one-
I use Aftershok's bone conduction because I don't like my ears being covered while I'm driving. It's more of a
Yeah.
safety thing for me. Even though I complain about Schneider's safety, I like to have both of my ears open so that I can hear everything around me. So
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't use. You see, right now I only got the earbuds, but I try not to use those headsets. I haven't got one. Not even to this day, I have not gotten one.
Well, the current one I have is Rand McNally. It's the double eared. I forget which model it is, but it's like $250. But you can take this one headset off and have it just use one ear if you want, which is what I do normally or used to do all the time. But this hooks up to my laptop too, so I can game with it, double headset, and I use it here, of course, and so I just keep the other earpiece on.
So Bless says that he got his SFI truck. He's got a 23 International on his own authority. Wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
So he had to put a lot of money down. He's at Amazon Relay. In
Good
total,
job,
I put
buddy.
down $6,500 plus the trailer. Wow.
Good job, buddy. Congrats.
So they charged you $6,500 to take it to Amazon Relay.
To put it on his authority.
Yeah, he just bought the truck. He's just buying the truck from SFI.
Yeah, he just got the truck. That's it.
I know, but in order to move it, you got to put the down payment.
Well, no, because he didn't sign on with anybody. He's just buying the truck. He's not moving it from one company to another. He bought the truck so he could specifically do Amazon trips
I got
With
you.
under his own
authority, so
That's on his
yeah.
authority. So technically, he signed on to his own company. So there's nothing to move.
Yeah, that would be just a down payment to obtain the
Yeah,
truck.
he did six. Yeah, he said 6,500.
Yeah.
Plus the trailer. Did you get
Well-
a trailer from SFI
well,
as well too?
No. He's just talking about. He's just saying 6,500 with SFI. Other cost means plus the cost of the trailer, which he hasn't provided. So
I would imagine you could do power only with Amazon Relay. I would imagine.
well, I mean,
Do they pay pretty good at Amazon Relay? That's a big question. Are you making good money over there?
I mean, I've heard people say they make great money, but also that's also the white Volvo Mafia's bread and butter as well too, because you
Right.
see them you're seeing them always hauling all the time, and you sit and watch YouTube videos, you'll see people complain that their rates are pretty trash, some of them pretty good. It all depends, and just like Schneider, Amazon has their own set of rules, even with the carriers, and it can turn pretty ugly for you pretty quick at over there at Amazon.
from what he says, he's got his own authority and he's just pulling for Amazon Relay loads.
Yeah, he's pulling Amazon Relay loads. So basically, he's a carrier signed up to Amazon to pull their loads. Same way that any carrier would sign up to JB Hunt with the 360 load board, or with the Landstar, they'll sign up to get load Landstar accounts. He's just using his own authority instead of just going through a carrier, just like the rest of us are technically doing. OTR Vic, I called SFI for my own authority, was $10K a couple of years ago, and I see they have lowered it by not. Listen, SFI
I wonder-
has a lot of trucks sitting, right?
Yeah,
And
I just wonder.
they're pushing deals out left and right just to get these trucks moving. So
Yeah,
you
right
would
now.
be surprised at how
Yeah,
much money you can get away with to do stuff with an SFI.
yeah. Right now, there's a whole lot of sales. But I was curious when you checked in a couple of years ago. You're looking for a new truck or a used truck? I figure that might make a difference too. New truck will probably be real more. Used one would be really low, or lower rather.
All I know is Jeff told me if I wanted to get my own authority, it would be about $8,500. Is what he told me on my truck.
On your current truck, probably being brand new, being 24.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but ask him again. When did you ask him that? Was it recently or a couple months ago?
You talking about me?
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. I'll give it about another 6 months. Ask him again. I'm pretty sure that number is going to change.
They'll drop it. They'll start dropping the numbers. Yeah.
Yep. I heard the longer you're there, the lower the number becomes for any and everything. So.
Yeah.
So Irishman just thought Jeff Bezos was charging 18% below market value. I thought those loads were going for about $1.10 a mile or less. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I heard.
Something to the effect of that is what I've also heard. I don't know about.
I've always heard that too,
but I've heard and watched videos of people posting and got their load board up for Amazon, showing you how the rates are, and they were pretty trash for what they are. Yep, but if you got it, you got it. So
I don't know. I haven't heard anything
it's just
about
like any other system.
It's just like anything. If you can make it work, if it works
Yeah.
for you, it works for you. It's just like new versus used truck. All the discussions that we have.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. It's like what works for me is not gonna work for you guys, right? And we all individuals got different things to pay, different situations.
Yeah,
Right.
just like the two guys at the top, they're not interested in putting their hands on their truck and fixing their own stuff, as opposed to me and you, JL, if we got the tools to do it, we'll get it done.
It's not that we're not interested in doing that. It's just we
No,
don't.
no. I'm not interested at all. At all. I got tools on my truck. I bought tools. I got a whole wrench set. I got tools on my truck. If I need to fix something minor, I can do that. I change
Yeah,
filters.
break out
Maybe
that
fix
big old
fix it.
Milwaukee, start changing shocks, man. That's what I'm about, man. I'm trying to save me as much money as I can.
I mean, I got a nice socket set. I got a nice socket set to let me do it. But you know what? Maybe will, maybe I won't. But where you at now, JL? Where you at?
Where am I right now?
Yeah, where are you?
I'm in Mariana, Florida, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Dollar General.
And you're heading. And you're heading. No, you got the Perry load right now, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And you're heading up to what the hell is that?
Super light
Indiana.
load,
But what's
man.
that damn town called? Shit.
Whitetown.
So damn long.
Whitestown.
Whitestown, yeah, just north of Indy.
Yes.
Oh shit. Well, hell, let's see. You'll be going taking
Whitetown.
you taking 10 over to 65. No, you wouldn't do that, would you? No.
Exactly.
You might. Yeah, you
Go
might.
10,
Yeah.
10 to
Yeah,
65.
Yep, 10 to 65. Okay, I was gonna say because I'll be
You
in
know
Columbus.
you know the cut through there in Alabama, right? 231.
231. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Going
I'm
through
just
Dothan,
about.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm closer. Yeah. I'm a few miles away from 231.
I was just gonna say because I'll be in Columbus tomorrow. We'll still be too far apart. So hell, we might cross paths one day tomorrow this weekend, but no,
So-
you going up 65.
Yeah. And you want to give me the sticker? Give me the sticker, country.
Yeah, give you a damn. Hey, I got it right. I got it right here, baby. You got it right here.
So
Shit, I want a
Merrill said
sticker.
it's a tough market. He had to turn his truck in, and unfortunately, payment was steep. He also said when I asked to get a used truck like 21, they said it's not a good idea. And Barry said he's in Whitestown, Indiana right now.
Hey, Mr. Barry, good job, buddy. Well, that's why when I went away a minute ago, I had to go book this load. It popped up. I'm picking up a load tomorrow after I drop this off in Columbus, going over into
Nice.
where's it going? Going Colonial Heights, back to Virginia. I'm coming back to Virginia tomorrow. But this load's $1.90 a mile, so
It's a good deal.
it's
You've been
I
doing
mean,
country.
You won't be sitting for the weekend, right? So good deal.
well, after I drop this off, I'll be at 28, and that one's paying me $9.78. So I'll be at 37 after I drop this load off tomorrow. So one more load, I'll be at 45, 46 this week probably, 47 maybe, depending on what the final load can be.
I don't know about you guys, but it's cold outside. I've got my heater on.
I mean,
You got your heater on. You're in
cold.
Florida. You're in
It's
Florida. What is it? 62 degrees?
I think it's
where
in
you
the
at-
50s.
Where you at, James?
I'm up here in Lake City, but I think it's in the 50s. It's cold.
Well, you're in North Florida, so you might get a little.
What's
Well,
the temperature where you're at, Jill?
By Florida standards, you're
Yeah,
Temperature where I'm at is 42.
Yeah, but you're from. Remember, you're from way up there, so you're used to the cold weather.
I got 69 over here.
I don't like the cold weather. I don't like snow and ice, which is why I want to stay down south. But you're
So-
right. I mean, I am from
Merrill
here.
just put up a comment. I did come across a company called MN89. Are you familiar with them? And yeah,
Yes,
18
don't
can
ever go
answer
there.
that question.
Let me tell you something. It's just it's
Super Eagle on steroids, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably another. It's one of the super. It's not their affiliates, but they're affiliated with them. So it's best just to stay away from that place, man. And that's coming from experience. So I'm not just talking out my ass like I don't know what I'm talking about. I did 6 months there. Terrible decision that I made. I learned. Still a terrible decision.
And Barry said the
Yeah.
same thing too. And
Yo,
he
yeah,
also
Barry.
said,
Barry. Yeah, go ahead and read it. Go ahead.
Country, I've been through your hometown twice this week. I love to see the blue and yellow bridges passing through.
Yeah, the state took a vote. If you notice that the yellow and blue bridges you're talking about right now, that's there in Canal City off of 77 here, Purple Avenue. But if you go through downtown Charleston on 64, that's blue. Now, we did a vote years ago, the state did, for the one downtown Charleston where the whole bridge was blue. They was asking you to vote on what color did you want it to be. Did you want it to be Mountaineer blue or did you want it to be Marshall Thundering Herd green? Everybody voted for the Mountaineer Blue. And then the same thing with the two bridges. They're yellow and blue. We voted again. You want these bridges to be green and white for Marshall, or you want them to be gold and blue for Mountaineers? Mountaineers. So both big ass interstate bridges in the Charleston area are gold and blue because Marshall thundering turds suck ass.
So Marshall, is
No
that the
wonder
same
those
Marshall
bridges
where
look
they
so
lost their
nice.
football
That's
team in
the
a
only
in
highlight
an
of
accident,
Yes.
a plane accident?
Yeah.
I thought Marshall was in Texas.
No, Marshall's in Huntington, West Virginia.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yep.
What'd you say, 18?
I said no. That's the only highlight of going through West Virginia is those damn bridges.
So, little dude from across the street said, which
Little
one of you
dude
guys
stay
said
across the
Landstar
street.
isn't a company?
Little dude needs to stay across the street. Don't come over here.
The man who works for Landstar is the one who said that.
I don't.
But
work for
what
Landstar,
he said technically was Landstar is not a trucking company. He says it's a logistics company.
Well,
That-
technically
that's what he
speaking, all
said.
trucking company or logistics company, but I said they do. I'm not getting into it tonight, man. Stay
I know.
across
Yeah,
the street,
don't,
bro.
don't.
Come
Yeah,
back
please
over.
don't.
Stay across
We
the
don't-
street, little dude. Don't
Just
come
take,
back over.
hey, hey, just tell little dude take a sip of that Chianti you got, okay?
Dude, what the hell is a Chianti, man?
You gotta look it up, man. Did you see 18? Did you see the picture I texted to you? I did it to you too, country.
Yeah. I got it. I saw it.
I got a text, but I haven't looked at it yet.
It's you on stopped motion when you went off the line there for a minute.
I figured it was something like that, but I
And
can't look at it.
18
I can't look at it again without freezing like that again. So
18 looks pretty handsome too. Let's say.
Hey, now
I
don't come over.
I don't want to start sounding like
comments, man.
yeah. I don't want to start sounding like Coach and Cooper.
exactly, little dude. Exactly.
And that's like saying Dunkin' Donuts isn't a donut company.
Well, that's their core business. Stay across
Stop!
the street.
Don't get him started. We'll be here for another
across
hour.
The street, okay, little dude, just stay over there
I got-
across the street next to the little ice cream shop.
I
Get me a
got
little
3.5
ice cream
more
cone.
minutes.
Don't come over here talking about. You're not gonna get me into this tonight, man.
You're right. You're not, because I got 210 more seconds and I'm outie.
I'm good.
You're gonna turn into a pumpkin now, aren't you, man?
Listen, I've done an extended my 2 hour limit to 3 the past 2 weeks. So shut up.
You damn solar powered truck drivers, man. Jesus,
Damn
I don't
right.
know what it is about you guys.
Hey, leave us alone. Okay.
Landstar is a
Get
trucking
it.
company. They have a DOT number and they have loads.
That's right. Hey, JL,
I'm getting
though,
into
before
this
we go
tonight,
crazy
man.
in here,
I'm
which
not
we're
getting
it's
into
about
this
to,
tonight.
because little dude ain't gonna leave D alone.
So
Um,
Brian
What's
just made a comment that makes a lot of sense. You can't factor Amazon loads. You got to wait weeks to get paid for their loads.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Anyway, JL, I just want to say, if I have to bounce out suddenly, then it's great meeting you. And we'll work with James if you want to come on. Let James know.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll love to have you back.
You can come on anytime you want to, bud.
Likewise, man.
So Keith came on here and he says, "What's up, guys?" Well,
He's the other guy I membered last week. If you ain't a member of the James's channel, become a fly rabbit now.
I got to tell you, Keith, you came in at the perfect time because we're getting ready to get off here. I've got to get up at 3. Country's turning into a pumpkin. JL,
Hey,
once
it's 11
sleeps,
o'clock.
you
I
can drive.
got my alarm
Yeah.
at 5:30.
And Daviel sitting on his couch drinking some Chianti right now.
You out here talking not my government name.
Let's see.
Oh, now D's got a defense commenter here. Yeah.
I think
got
what he
someone in
means is
defense.
Landstar is a company, not your typical company like Swift or Prime.
More or less, yes.
So you got someone coming to your defense there, D.
All I'm saying, they do more than just haul freight. That's all I was just saying, man.
Anyhow, y'all, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for having me. I am going to go pumpkinize myself to sleep. I will see y'all on the next one. Chat, thanks so much for hanging out.
All right.
Just
Thanks,
because I'm
buddy.
leaving don't mean y'all got to. I'll stay in chat with y'all for a while, but I'm getting
I'll
off the
be
train.
out in the next
Later,
2 minutes,
country.
minute
All right, guys.
and a half
Good night.
as well, too,
All right.
so.
Good night.
Uh-oh. Lost
Ain't
18.
gonna
There
just
you
kick
are.
me. I just said a minute
both
and a
out, they
half.
both
You
out.
just go ahead and just kick me out already, man.
I didn't kick you. I didn't. So Keith wants to know, are you still at home? Yes, he's still at home. Can't you see the big ass couch? Landstar is a company, though. Okay, drivers. Good night. Good night to you, Big Eye. He says later. Barry says, yeah,
I am
18
not one of
bit
those
at
truck
home
drivers,
playing
bro. I am not.
ATS.
I could not fathom driving a truck weeks on end just to go home and play driving on trucks on a computer, bro. That's just not my thing.
What is ATS? What's
Get out of the
ATS?
truck and I leave. I don't want to freaking play ATS.
What's ATS?
American Truck Simulator.
Oh, okay. I got you. I knew it was abbreviation for something, but
Yeah, I'm sorry, but not me, man. I am not that type of truck driver, bro. I love trucks. Obviously, I love my Freightliner. I don't have a Freightliner anymore, boo-hoo, but still. Now I may go home and watch a lot of YouTube videos about trucking, but I am not gonna go drive. I'm not gonna go home and get on a joystick and learn how to drive an 18 speed. It's just not my cup of tea, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they got those simulators.
Yeah. And funny enough, some of these mega carriers are sponsoring that game, so they have their livery and stuff on the trucks as well too. I know Swift did it a couple of years ago where they sponsored into the game, paid some money so that they can have their not only just the truck and everything, but advertisement. Like they have the billboards in the game. You drive past the
Yes, yes.
billboards and you see "Come join Swift" with the real phone number is on there, bro. It's freaking crazy,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, am I still waiting for paperwork? No, I'm good to go. So, come Tuesday, God sparing, I will be back out on the road being a real truck driver and not a couch potato. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah. Gotta make that money.
Absolutely, man, because I only got $50 left.
Yeah,
I got $50 worth of spending money left. I gotta go back to work, man.
that's
Ugh,
rough.
I gotta get out of Florida. Shoot. Ain't
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
like being outside of Florida. Vote Trump because Hillary called him a Nazi again.
yeah. Did you
Well,
see that
Yeah, that's crazy.
the Speaker of the House and Chuck Schumer sent out a letter to the Harris campaign about she needs to apologize to Trump formally, and that was
are you
totally
talking
wrong.
about that little speech that she made?
Yeah.
Trying to,
Yeah.
I saw that too. I was like, well, I guess they're pulling out all the stops now because you can't win.
Right.
You can't win. You got to
Yep.
do it. Sabotage them.
Yeah, they got nothing.
They got nothing, man. Last 4 years have been trash, man, and everybody just wants.
That's
to
why
forget
we're all
about it,
doing
man.
these discussions and shit, because everything's trash
Yeah.
because of what they fucked up. You know, it all starts from us, really, honestly. A lot of things start from us, what we deliver. If it wasn't for us, people wouldn't get the shit that they get.
It is what it is.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we are past the 3-hour mark, which means I got some KFC.
Yeah.
That's
Time to
been
go.
cold, so.
Yeah, I'm
All
gonna
right.
get off.
Yeah, yeah.
Man.
Hey, Jay,
All right,
so-
I'm waiting for that next
Leave my
video,
number
man.
in your phone and give me a call, man,
Okay.
sometime.
Okay.
We do this every Friday if you want to come back on.
What is it? Friday and what? What else? What other
Friday
day?
at 8 o'clock Fridays.
Friday.
Eastern time.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I
Keep my
try my
number,
best. Yeah, I'll do. I will.
I'm waiting for that next video, man. You need to post something. I need to go watch something else.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Watching these other guys, man.
Pretty soon. Pretty soon. I
All
try.
right, guys.
I want to, but I get busy. I do have a lot of things to do apart from the trucking.
Buddy, I understand completely, man. I get
All right,
it.
man.
I'm still
All
going
right,
to
guys.
pray. Anyways,
Good night.
everybody
Good night.
have a good night. I am out
All
of
right.
here. See you next week.
All right, guys. See y'all later,
All right.
man. Have a good night.
All right. Good night.
Bye-bye.